Dude. Yeah, you live down the street now, bro.
Dude.
You're like 3 minutes away, bro.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes away.
But
I mean,
your place so much more spacious than mine. Is what I'm saying.
You
like,
think so?
Yeah, we're like it's just a little 1 bedroom, 1 bath, but I feel much more room in here. Obviously, this is much larger space.
Yeah.
But
yeah, this is the master bedroom, so that's another thing. It's like, I got those 3 feet that you see from that corner of the wall back, and that helps tremendously. But you do the best you can with what you have, and thanks. I appreciate that, brother. I
looks
appreciate
so great. Feels so great, homey, warm, but not warm in temperature. I felt some AC blowing earlier.
Dude, we had to get the AC. The AC's filter was so clogged up, dude, that we had to take it out, and it was leaking and shit. It was. We called the apartment complex maintenance, and they were like, yeah, we'll get you a new one. It's been 2 weeks now, bro.
Oh
Those fuckers.
I can only imagine that everyone has a reason for their latency at this point in time. But yeah, especially in apartment complexes, though, like they're the maintenance man nearly impossible to get a hold of.
Yeah.
I was blessed, if you remember back in the marina, we could put in
dude, you had a dope ass spot right there, bro.
We could put in a work order and they'd be there the next day, and we were cool with our maintenance man too. We would like make him lunch.
Nice.
We'd always try to get him high and stuff, but he was like,
no. Watch you fucking forget something and he fucks something up.
They hired a younger gentleman who lives in the area too. I actually seen him at the liquor store. I was like, T? His name's Trey. And I was like, T? And he's like, what's up? Yeah, I stayed down XYZ way or whatever. I'm
No
like,
way.
wow, yeah. But they hired a younger gentleman. He does get stoned because
That's what's up, dude.
I miss that place. I still go there. I actually spoke with a former tenant of the place and asked to borrow their fob that beeps them into the building, and then copied that fob.
No way.
So I could go back and use the gym.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But they got onto it because the fob stopped working. But so did the door. So I just started pulling on the door a little bit harder, and I still got
You got in, huh?
I've been going there for like the past I
You've
was
been
using
driving back to your
the
old
marina.
apartment complex and using their gym, bro? That's the fucking work right there. That is the work.
When you say it out loud, I'm like, wow, that is kind of like extra and out of the way too. Yeah.
It kind of is out of the way.
Tried to catch it on the way home.
But $30 cheaper, right? Like probably you're saving money, dude. Like
saving a buck or two, no doubt. No doubt.
Sure.
So you seen me in the marina. I was there for 3 years, and then God bless the gentleman that I was with, but a lot of them, went. I love them to death. Still my friends to the end. There's no doubt about it. But they had, for lack of a better term, I know it's not tape, but like either went broke and went home.
No way.
Yeah. And Evan, my best buddy of like 10 years, he was semi-professional wrestler. He's actually
right. Your roommates. You're talking about your roommates. I was like,
Correct.
Wait, the maintenance guy? Like he went broke and he went gone and he left. Whoa! I was like. Okay.
No, so he had this dreamland apartment with these awesome guys in Marina Del Rey, and they were all buddies of mine before I had moved out here. It'll be 5 years for me in June. 5 years, which I know is. I think you're like 7 or 8.
I'm at 8,
More
9.
Dude, congratulations, that's incredible.
I don't know how I'm fucking doing it, dude. If it weren't for these guys, dude, if it weren't for my roommates right now, I don't know how I would do it by myself. Like, there would be. I'll have to move in with some other people, like.
Yeah,
that's the only logical way in which you can live in this fucking place, because it's so fucking stupidly expensive around here, bro.
That's what I was actually just going to get into. These guys that I live with, so they all went their separate ways back home. The gentleman who I just mentioned, who was professional wrestler stuff, he actually went to UCLA for 10 days, the psych ward. And then his parents called him and was like, hey, listen, you can't hang out in California anymore. You got to come home, like, because he was having some polarity issues. Really sad stuff. But nevertheless, I look around and I'm like, oh, my God. All my friends went broke or crazy and went home, and here I am alone. So then I got an apartment by myself for this last year. Up until about January, before moving down to this area, I got a place by myself. It was like a maid's quarters, or like literally a 500 square foot studio off of a woman's home, retired policewoman in Windsor
way.
Hills. Are you familiar?
That's where you're living at right now?
Where I was.
Oh, you were. Okay.
Just before coming to Hawthorne. So 3 years in the marina, look around, everybody's gone. And I'm like, oh, shit, I got to do something.
Fucking do something. For real.
Got this little place, awesome place. Are you familiar with the area of Windsor Hills, up Slauson?
Sort of, I guess.
Well, they call it the Black Beverly Hills.
Oh, really?
But in for rightful reasons. Like, it's a beautiful neighborhood. All the houses are awesome. Everybody drives nice cars. Every person happens to be a person of color, for the most part.
Right.
But they let me in the neighborhood. They let me come kick it. You know?
No way.
Yeah. So this woman, she basically was renting out her like a basement, but it wasn't connected to the house. The door was dead. You went in through the garage. No entrance for her. Own access, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, to your point, man, the rent, although everything was included, gas, electric, water, cable, and internet, was still like $1,500 solo. And I talked her into like, hey, let me cut the grass. I'll do it for $1,400 all included. So everything included for 14 is a good deal.
Yeah.
But the job, especially out here, and if somebody's hearing that, they think that that's crazy. But $1,400 out here with all included is a good deal.
Yeah.
So it's 500 square
really
feet.
is.
And anyways, but the job that I had at the time, I don't know if the last time that we spoke, I told you that I was selling beer.
No way.
Yeah, so I was like a beer sales rep from Santa Monica to Malibu.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so like I go to every bar, restaurant, grocery store, and liquor store from basically Santa Monica line where Venice ends to Malibu County in the Palisades and everywhere in between. And you door knocking with all this beer from a distribution center saying, hey, here's why if you like Blue Moon, here's why you want to try Telegraph White Ale.
Right.
Or something like that. So the job didn't pay too well. The rent is too high. I'm like, oh shit. And my girl is I guess not financially stable enough to, throw in on her end. And I mean, I didn't make her, she would contribute here, be it groceries, be it tree, couple $100 here or there, whatever, but it still just doesn't nick off whatever else you're doing. Because when you're in a relationship, all your expenses are magnified anyways.
Yes.
So this rent is $1,400. Then you're spending $300, $400, $500 going out to eat, going out to, whatever, ball games, et cetera, et cetera. So it became a lot to juggle. And but I have some great news. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
So stayed there for about a year, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm just barely breaking even with this job and my monthly expenses, and going to the gym, in the marina to try to cut $30 for myself, and so then Sheena, who is my girlfriend, who you met at Aleworks, which I got a funny story about Aleworks too, which we'll get to, but she was flying for American Airlines. And actually had a couple great trips to Texas, to Mexico, back to Michigan, etc. during this process. But I'm just giving you I guess a speed catch up, if you will.
Right.
And
no, I like it.
Cool. And then so she goes to American Airlines. She's been there for the past year and a half, but she comes home. Sure, love to. I brought some too.
I love the story.
Please.
But you're always so good at these stories, bro. You always have adventures going on in your life where you have this type of personality where
very kind.
You make friends real quick, and you make all these, I guess, your life experience, I don't know, your personality, I guess, you're just able to connect with people so well. I love it, dude. Every time I hang out with you, always a fucking good time, bro. Anyways, go on.
That truly means a lot. I really mean that. I feel that maybe you felt the same as well when you leave your roots and then you come to somewhere else and you're able to test your strengths and or weaknesses. You could really see the type of person that you are. So for you to say that means a lot to me, because I believe you give an honest opinion of the reflection of the person that I am, if that makes sense.
Dude.
So that's great. And you know what's funny is you are correct. I didn't realize until I was in my mid-20s that it was an ability or a skill to be able to connect with people on a personal level. But funny enough, the older that I get, and I'm sure most people become this way as well, I'm very selective with whom I choose to share my energy with. You know what I mean? So that ability is there, yes, to connect, but I now, as I get older, want to hone in and focus on a real, true, valued friendship, water a seed and watch a plant grow and stuff,
Yes, dude. Yeah. Of course, because that's where the real value comes in, because Obviously they're kind of like going with your analogy you said there, putting the seeds and the soil and the water and the sunlight. Some seeds are good to grow. They lead to freaking watermelons and fucking apple trees and all this stuff. And then there's shitty plants that are just like grass that take up a bunch of fucking water and just like spread out all over the place. It's like, fuck. But dude, that's awesome, man. But go on with your story with your girl. And you were like,
sure. So yeah, just the last year catch up, and it feels good to water the seed with you to bring that full circle. Sure. And but yeah, so I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Juggling all stuff. It wasn't outrageous. It wasn't bad by any means. But like I said, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm staying there this past year. She's been working for American Airlines, taking a few cool trips, all on American Airlines dime because she had me as like a partner. So like I could fly like first. She's like,
yeah, I did see a bunch of stories on your Instagram going to all these flights, and I'm like, damn, this fool's living the life. No wonder I haven't heard from him.
Truthfully, but to that point, it's always been in the back of my mind, like I need to get in touch with Mario. I have to get in touch with Mario, and like I really mean that.
I appreciate
like
that.
Just like as far as like keeping like a close knit, cool, small circle, you're always someone that I valued. When I go back home, I tell a couple of buddies of mine, I'm like, two of the realest friends that I made are these Hispanic gentlemen whom I both work with. One, Mario Martinez. The other one, Walter Hernandez. That was the Four Seasons, which was after the Irwin and shit. But,
that's what's up.
But I can't say enough good things about you. But anyways, okay, I'm bouncing all over the place.
No. I love it.
All right. What am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah. Beer doesn't pay enough. Sheen comes home from American Airlines. She has this place down here in Hawthorne. That she has split with her mother. Her mother lives in the Pacific Palisades with another family that she's basically lived with for like 15 years. She's like their live-in like caretaker, if you will. Mm-hmm. She just happens to have this home in Hawthorne, so she basically, gifted it to. She's like, I got this place down here, but I obviously stay in the Pacific Palisades, and I need somebody to fill it. If you pay half the rent, it's yours. So she's there, like every other Saturday and Sunday. But we have this place. Right down the street now for next to nothing, 1 bedroom 1 bath with and now I'd like to say that I'm the type of person who is very independent. I don't depend on anyone. I don't like to depend on anyone, and I have very much so been the sole provider for Sheena. But
I gotta get some credit here. Come on,
so like I've never wanted to be like, yeah, let's stay at this place, but it's the cheapest, most affordable, or it's the most affordable possible rent in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. It's also like a great like recoup like on my investment, I guess, like in what has been like our experience together. But it's been really nice. But I'm looking at places downtown because I work downtown now.
Oh, really? What do you do downtown?
Work downtown, still in hospitality, but a completely different avenue, right?
Right.
So like, as you know, when we worked at the Irwin, there are so many different like facets that you could be a part of. Catering department, sales department, whatever, reservations department, so on and so forth. So before I get into that, sold my house. That was the light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But I have a house in Michigan. I think we might have talked about that.
I think so.
Had it for 10 years. Wow. And had somebody renting it for the last 5 years that I've been here. So I didn't even have to pay on the mortgage. That's what's up. And sold it right when I moved out of that solo apartment. Mm-hmm. And that's when I sold it. I was like, I don't want to give any of this money that I just made to this woman upstairs anymore, because and then it was the same time that Shane's like, hey, we got this apartment, just come jump in. I'm like, oh my God, it makes sense. Sold the house, the rent's cheaper. I'll tell this woman goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just keep it moving. So it's been really good as far as saving goes. I've been able to save a couple bucks because living there, and then having the crib, like selling the. I can't say that enough. I guess we'll get into this at a different take, dude. Fucking real estate. It's like the only way. I think it's the only way to make money. I think it's the realest, best possible way to make money.
Really?
Cashed out on the crib. Like I bought it for 106. I paid it down to 86 and sold it for I think 130.
Jesus Christ.
And only paid on the mortgage the first 3 years that I probably in total. Solo,
dude. You were selling it at that point at that price, right out that gate.
Well, I think I put it up at 150.
Right.
And then settled at 130, and it was just before this shit happened because, well, it was actually like it was actually like at the beginning of this year,
right?
And I don't know what I was saying, but that was like
oh,
I
yeah.
can't suggest that enough for anybody. The greatest thing that happened to me, the first big boy like return on investment that I've received.
Yes.
And like the only thing that I want to do with it is put it in another piece.
Dude, Grant and Neil has been the biggest proponent of not moving into a house. And I've been like, yeah, let's get a fucking house, you know? And I know it's kind of hard to do it by yourself. That's why, I mean, I'm in a situation where, like, what if we move into a place that it's to buy, you know? And it's somewhere in L.A. Dude, just somehow paid off. Fucking, then at the end, we rent it out, right? Like you did. And then wait for that fucking price to fucking bonkers, and then we split the profits. But the thing is that, are we willing to stick together for years to come? Like, we've gone to 8-9 years already together as friends. In a way, some of us, like Neil, is thinking of like, dude, I'm too old for this shit. I can't be living with you guys. Fuck this. I'm making pretty decent money. I can put it in on a nice apartment for myself and all that. But then I'm like, dude, I get that. I'm all for that, you know, like, do that. But is it more logical to save that money, invest it all in something that's going to make you money back? You know, like a house or set a project or anything besides not moving in with yourself and spending all that extra money when you be living with us. And then we were like, okay, well, let's jump into a house. But they want to rent, and I'm like, hey, if there's a fucking house that's within our price in LA, we should fucking rent to buy. If that's what they're doing, we should rent to buy, because it's just property value here is bonkers, dude. I can't imagine. Like, dude, you do a good job on selling a house. Where'd you say?
This was in Michigan, where I'm originally from. Yep. Right,
Michigan. I don't know how the economy in Michigan is, but I'm probably not very close to LA.
Not even close.
So, like,
I mean,
if you compare the difference,
yeah,
and then you imagine some of the places in Beverly Hills or like downtown, god damn, dude, fuck.
I'm sorry.
Those type of people have no real perspective of what kind of life we live, of like seeing these small progressions and be like, yeah. Meanwhile, they're doing with millions. They're like, hey, am I a trillionaire or a billionaire yet? You know what I mean? Like, they're dealing with those problems, you know? Like, what?
I couldn't imagine. I had seen, speaking of homes, and I just thought about that. Like, man, what am I gonna do? Sold this house, like, I'd like to put it back in a piece of property, because it seems that that's the best return that you could receive. Yeah, and rent's too high to keep throwing away forever and ever, but it's also extremely high to purchase a house here. I'd seen one in our area though that was going for $600,000, which I thought was reasonable. It's compared to what some of them are. It was like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's on the corner of like Inglewood and like 149th or something like that. But it's a good looking house. But it's crazy that we've like programmed ourselves, like coming from different areas where real estate's so much more cheaper. To now we think that 600,000, we think $500,000's cheap. It's just crazy, because what that would get you in Arizona and or Michigan is just unprecedented. Yeah. It's unfathomable.
It's fucking crazy.
You could have a mansion. You could have a beautiful home.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's why there's something to be said about
the top on one of these.
Dude, bro, let's pop one of these. Get your cup right there. You know what's in here?
No.
What do you think it's in here, bro?
Do you
like vodka, bro?
I actually don't drink vodka, but for the sake of you
don't like vodka, bro? Dude, I normally get whiskey.
Yeah.
And I've been drinking whiskey like crazy lately, like Jack Daniels, you know? That's what
whiskey.
I do.
I like whiskey.
You know?
I love whiskey.
You've always been like a Coke and Jack, huh?
It's like whiskey ginger, but I love Coca-Cola anytime. Anytime to drink a Coca-Cola, I will.
Yeah. Yeah, Neil's got these, and I was like, dude,
ASMR.
smart as far. Dude, you fuck with some ASMR? Yeah, dude. There's some that is just a hot chick eating. Like,
unbelievable. I seen
What?
turtles doing it.
dude, for real.
turtle eating
Where
a
they're
watermelon, he's
eating yeah, and fucking people love that shit.
I know. It's like
It's
millions of
crazy.
views. Yeah, what's up with
Millions, dude.
that? Millions of views for a
Like,
turtle
every
eating a
night.
watermelon.
These fools are listening to it, man. Like, fuck.
I could honestly talk to you about 100 million things, and I'm sure that we will continue to. But yeah, and that being one of them. Pop culture, what's popular, why it's popular, why it exists as it does. Well, like, it just doesn't make sense, you know. I
Dude.
feel like I'm getting too old. I feel like I'm, just like getting irrelevant with everything. I try to stay relevant, but it's rough. Tell you one thing. So, last part.
Yeah. Go, keep going.
All right. It was like,
I'm not stopping.
pardon me. Let's say 13. Better yet, even 10. 10 to 29 allowed to TikTok.
10 to 29
age 10
allowed to
to
TikTok.
29 allowed to TikTok. Now, I haven't explored the application, enough to
Grant's
hate on it too
hardcore
much.
on that shit.
Really?
Dude. For real. It's crazy, bro. He blew my mind with like.
And it works?
He loves it, dude. He gets on that shit like all the time.
Gotta check it out, I guess.
Dude,
Gotta check
dude, I love Instagram. I downloaded it for a little bit, and I checked it out. It's literally just throwing you random shit, and the algorithm it's literally not even a homepage.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah. The homepage is a video, dude. A random ass picked out of nowhere video, and it's playing for 10 seconds, and then another one comes up, but you can swipe like left and shit. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
that 10-year-olds. I thought the limit was 13, right? Why is it changed?
Oh, no. I was just saying that's what it should be, because here's where I was getting at with it. I have a hard time when I see like a woman. Okay, she can be beautiful. It doesn't matter, but it could be a male or a female for that fact of the matter. But like they got a camera set up and they're in their room by themselves and they're doing like this, like,
dude.
Like I'm like, yo, like, don't you have better things to do? Or. I scrolled through a couple pages and it was like a female or whatever, and every one of the like posts was her doing a voiceover of someone else. So it's like a clip from a Jim Carrey movie, it's like, alrighty then or whatever, but it's like her like doing it, and I'm like, this is not funny, like, or cool, and you're too old for like I'm talking about like they're like reenacting like clips with her. Listen, if you're locked inside, I get it. You need to pass the time, I get it. You got a family, you want to do this, and you want to remember Disney movies,
dude.
I get it. But like if you are like alone and consider yourself, I don't know. Here's the thing. You're making music. That's one thing. You're sharing it. That's cool. Yeah. I get it. You got a perspective, something like that. You're promoting something that's different. I'm talking about men and women like that are listening to Meg Thee Stallion going, I'm savage. Ruthless.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
man.
like, I can't.
And it's blowing up, dude.
I know.
It's blowing up. You see it, and it captivates how stupid it is, but yet you can't look away. It's like watching like a fight or something, like something's happening. You're like, what? Your brain just stops. It's like, okay, how can I process this? And then you look at the likes and you're like, whoa.
I'm very glad that you mentioned likes, because that's like the perfect segue for what I really want to talk about as far as like social media, which is likes, and why I don't participate, because I really think that they're so they matter so much, and they shouldn't. They carry so much weight, and they shouldn't, and both weight on a person and for what the photo's value is worth. And it's like it's very discouraging to even want to post, being worried about likes. And let me be clear, when I post my content and or material, which I haven't posted in like 2 years.
Yeah,
but
I saw that.
Content and or material does well. It is well received by others. I am supported. I am embraced. I'm appreciative of that. And I am still 100% against likes. It's why I don't post to this day. Like, I could get 150, blah, 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 whatever. Like,
Dude.
It bothers me.
Yeah. It
bothers
does.
me. Like, I just, even in the support, even the support.
Oh, like, hey, get rid of media while you're getting thousands of likes by putting up that meme. That's crazy. You feel pretty strong about this, huh?
Very, very, man, because like it's just we did very well without them, and it changed everything after them, And obviously, this is a easy conversation that could go in many different directions. But the point is, like we can have the platforms, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the platform is, Facebook. It doesn't matter. But the likes, maybe they just shouldn't be public. Maybe if the likes were public, maybe it's like you see that. Like it's like an Instagram story, for example, you see how many viewers it has. Like you're like, 150 people, 200 people watched my story. That's private information. You see those analytics, just whatever. Like that's fine. I do believe that we should receive those and be supported. But to publicly display, which Instagram was considering getting rid of, to publicly display followers to accounts the same way, or Instagram likes, it's just like the likes. It bothers me. It just bothers me, dude. It bothers me.
But weren't you at one point didn't you have a page and you posted things and you try to reach a certain number of likes or views or something like that at one point?
I would say that I was affiliated in a YouTube community. So
right, that's what it was. I still didn't understand how that works. How does that work?
So the people that basically I live with were like first generation YouTubers. One of them, who had brought me out here, was a magician. One of them was famous for songs in real life, basically dubbing music and creating a scene through the music. And then the list goes on. Two of them are still very large animation producers. They basically animate memes and/or Yo Mama jokes. Really clever idea. So it's like peppered in different ways. Like I had scored, like produced some music for the cartoons. I did some voiceover work for them. It was fun.
Really, that's awesome, dude.
Really small.
Dude, you're getting out there, bro. You're putting stuff out there.
This is many moons ago, though.
Oh, okay.
Like I haven't been active in 100 years, but I would like to be again.
Yeah. But so, how did that transition happen?
Into like not liking it.
Yeah.
The YouTube community. So of course, like these gentlemen would be like invited to like these like houses in the hills, very nice place. It's with sponsored event, would have many 10x10 booths, all promoting a product because they think X amount of influencers are going to be there. But it was like when I started going to these functions and you're speaking with someone and the conversation is very surface level, and like I think the word is disingenuine. It's just like it's so defeating. Like it's just because it's all about, back to exactly what we were saying, follower count, subscribers.
It's data.
The likes. It's like
what works.
I remember going up and getting a cocktail. Say you and I are at a setting and we're at a bar getting a cocktail with someone, meeting them. Hey, Mario, blah, 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 how you doing? And the person proceeds to ask me, so how many subscribers do you got?
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah, and I don't think he was like an agent, like seeking. I think it was like, are you worth talking to?
Wow.
Because if it's under X amount, then you probably aren't. And I was just like, this feels bad and fake. And I'm out. Like, I'm cool. But I think there is ways to capitalize and make money off of that environment.
Do you like edibles, bro?
I mean, I'll certainly take one.
Oh, okay. 10 milligrams isn't much, dude. Grant and I fucking sit down and watch crazy ass movies with these babies, bro. And they're decent tasting. Yeah.
Brought some water.
Oh, okay. Sweet. We got some water there too. You getting on my water, bro?
No, where's it? No.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah, I'll try one for sure.
Oh shit, man, my bad.
No, it's all good. This one's perfect.
Oh,
perfect.
I thought this one was the one that you caught, but
wow,
I'll save that one for later.
Oh, because I touched it.
No. It's that I thought you didn't like it because it hit the ground.
Bring it. You know, it's funny.
I'm fucking with you.
I actually dropped a funnel cake on the floor at Dodger Stadium for like 2 seconds.
And picked that fuck up.
It was brand new, fresh funnel cake. It just hit the floor.
Oh,
my girl was so disappointed. She was like so grossed out because we were like her people. They were like, did you really just pick up that phone? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're drunk. Like 5-second roll. What the fuck? Like,
I'm not have to pay another $15 for another one, man. Are you kidding me? This cost me $15.
I'm gonna
and
eat
it's
it.
fucking, dude. There's no way. I've been to Dodger Stadium, bro, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm spending $60 for 3 drinks. Like, it's fuck. And like some nachos. I got the fucking. And then you start drinking. You're like, I just gonna drink and have a good time. And then you see somebody walk through with some nachos and shit. You're like, motherfucker.
That is exactly how it
That's
goes.
what they do, dude. They're like, okay, you fuck with me. All right, I'll spend another $30.
Yeah, very much so. First time I went with like a group of people, like a couple scenario, right? It's like 3 or 4 guys, 3 or 4 girls. Guys are like, let's go buy a round of drinks. I'm like, yeah, let's go buy a round of drinks. Okay, somebody goes and takes care of the first. Let's go buy a round, we go up there to take care of it. And I'm like, I got it. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. 20, 40, 60, 80, call it. It's if each drink is like whatever, 12, 14, 16, $18. And I go to pass my card along, and they're like, don't forget about the girls. I'm like, oh, it's just like what, $1.60 now for what, 8 drinks?
Yeah, dude. For reals, dude. That's why you kind of like, damn. That's when you want to pick up the tab and be like, yeah, let everybody have a good time. And then you figure out how much each one costs. And you're like, oh, what the fuck did I just do? You know?
We'll bring it back full circle, though. So coming from scenarios like that, and both buying drinks when you can't afford them and things are too expensive in your surroundings, and or being in a YouTube environment, both of those things, to bring it back full circle, had to get out of YouTube, knew I wanted to work a regular job. We met in hospitality, continued down the line of hospitality, went to the Four Seasons, learned the art of selling there, and have since now am downtown LA, as mentioned, as a titles are so stupid. Titles are just as stupid as likes. but my title is I'm a sales manager of event technologies.
Dude. Respect over here. Fucking manager of
Gotta wear a suit every day.
Oh, nice, dude. That's what's up. You don't like the suit game, huh?
Got 5 different ones, bro. Yeah, I'm in rotation for sure.
Yeah, you got to, because you keep using the same one. You're like, hey, what the fuck here?
I was gonna say, you come from that suit life, you know.
Dude, luckily they bought the fucking suits for me, bro. And
That's
I was
awesome.
like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking buy. I did buy my own suits eventually, because their suits suck. Some of them fucking suits just deteriorate in no time, and I'm like, I have to get my own suits. But
it's true.
You don't like the suit game, huh?
I like it. I like the looks that I receive. I like the way that it makes me feel. You know what it is. Like you do get treated differently or better. I tell you, I'll do you one for you. So I take the 110 to work every day.
Right.
Just off of Crenshaw there, and I was and I take the fast track.
Right, me too.
I
have
bro.
to.
Now, do you have the thing?
Yeah, put it next to my fucking car.
Kind of pricey,
dude. No joke. Yeah, they're getting you, you know.
Look at me, bro.
For real.
I be trying to put it on like the 2-person, you know.
Dude, I fuck with the 2-person all the time. I don't know who puts it on the 1-person.
I know.
It's like they give us power, and then they think we're gonna be responsible for it. Yeah. It's like we're broke. You know, give us money. Dude, did you know that the minimum wage has never changed since like 2001 or something like that? Like, as companies improved their income or their, economy, I guess, the minimum wage is supposed to go up with it, and it hasn't for years. But go on, dude. That fucking fast track is no joke, though.
I was saying,
fly by.
I'm like, why was I mentioning that? Taking that to work every day. Oh, wearing a suit. Gotcha.
Wearing a suit, right?
Coming up, I think when I get off, I'm eventually on like Figueroa or something, heading downtown, and whatever the straightaway there is that brings you up to the Staples Center. But you can ride in the bus lane. You know, like traffic's like jammed, and you can get into like the bus lane and kind of gas it. If you're rolling the dice that day, I'm running late
every fucking day.
Yeah, right.
Meaning, yeah.
So bam, I'm fucking riding the bus lane, flying up. It's like 7 a.m. 7:30, and I get flicked. And I smoke pot that early too. Like
you get
pulled
a flash.
over.
Oh, you get pulled over. I kind of the flashes a lot, dude. The fucking flashing red light thing, or like not doing the turn, whatever.
Oh yeah.
The cameras.
I heard if you don't, this is gonna sound really stupid.
I didn't pay it.
I was gonna say I heard if you don't pay it that you don't have to pay it.
I did the research, dude. In LA, if you don't show up with the little piece of paper, you say, "Hey, I didn't get it, but it's on my record, so I gotta fucking." They fucking dismiss it, dude.
This is what I've heard as well, so that's great. That's an extra confirmation in that.
Dude, guess how much I got away?
How much?
Should I even say? $500, dude. $500 for a camera, dude. Those fuckers.
I have some overdue tickets at this time. That
you do?
Oh my god, like probably about $500 to $700. Right?
Damn.
One was the $300.
They kill me, dude.
Handicap party.
Dude, I went all the way to $1,200 once. Dude, it fucking killed me.
Cheers, by the way. This is so good.
Dude, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers, brother.
Cheers.
To more days like these.
Dude, hanging. I mean, especially around the corner. I'm like, I want to ride bikes with those guys. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, I want to ride bikes like a kid, you know?
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I got a bike too, bro. Grant got a bike.
That's awesome. So we'll have to ride. So as mentioned, been a burly boy for this quarantine, just packing on the pounds. So for March, I didn't do much. April, I was like, I got to do something. Got the bike out of storage, rode 113 miles. Here's where I've been riding. From the corner of Rosecrans and Yukon, basically, a block down there. Take the crayons all the way to the beach.
Yes.
It's 5 there, 5 back. It's 10.
Dude, I was doing that for the longest time back when I got my bike first, dude. Dude,
great ride.
Let me tell you the story, bro. So I've been doing exactly what you did right there. You said, and I would not even just get to the fucking beach, dude. I would pick up my fucking bike and drag it pick it up through the sand to the water. I said, I'm gonna touch the fucking water, bro.
That's inspiration.
Dude, I picked it up and I fucking touched the water and then I was fucking collapsed. And then I got my shit together. Picked up the bike, put it back, rode back. It's just like as much as I could. But by then it was dark. This one time. And as I was coming back, I was like, I'm trying to get home before it gets too dark, And I'm fucking rolling through these fucking like trailer park areas.
Yeah.
Have you seen those?
I'm familiar.
Just like they come and go, like in blocks. Like what the fuck? Anyways, I was coming this one, and the corners are fucking. There's a sidewalk and there's a tall wall, so you don't know what to come around the corner. And this dumb bitch, fucking ginormica, comes around the corner, dude. I fucking barely miss her, but fall forward. I sprained my fucking ankle like crazy because I fall forward and the bike comes with me. It goes over. I do like a front flip, but failed at it, and by some miracle I didn't hit her, so she was fine. And it was crazy because as it happened across the street, so like this is the one corner and this is the other corner. Behind that corner, there was a car and it was filled with fucking people, like little kids and other people, and they all laughed at me. And they're like, hey, the guy that was driving, that was parked there, he was like, hey man, you okay? I was like, I just stood up and I was just so pissed, dude. I stood up and I was so pissed that this dumb bitch was running around the corner. I get it, if you're walking, you're like, whoa,
I know
but
exactly what you're talking about. She came out of that trailer park area?
Yeah, around the corner.
I've been scared of people coming out of that because they're like blind spotted corners.
Yeah, and I was thinking, maybe I get on the street, get close enough to the sidewalk around cars and shit, and nobody will hit me. Dude, I have had so many close calls. Dude, bro, you brought some.
Had to.
You've always got some good shit, bro. I wanted to show you some of my shit. I want to try some of your shit. The bong's ready though.
Oh, awesome.
I had to take a hit.
Please,
I was like, fucking.
Of course, dude.
This fool's taking forever. This has been set up for the last hour.
Oh, from like at like 2?
No, don't worry about it. I wanted to see and check the lighting. There's a lot to do all of this, dude, and I need to double and triple check, you know, because there's been times where I've done 4 podcasts with Grant, dude, and every time I'm like, fuck, I forgot the audio on this. Wow. Oh fuck, this one wasn't recording. All this stuff where you really need to get and keep doing it enough to where you're good at setting up. Because the whole time of me trying to set this whole thing up, I'm a needy motherfucker, dude. Like,
you say neat or needy?
Needy.
Oh, okay.
Needy.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
me too.
If I just have a table and my phone set up and I'm recording off of just the phone, I hate myself.
Doesn't feel the same.
I went to school for film and video production, dude. Did I ever tell you that?
I wasn't sure if I knew that you went to school, but I know that you have a vast experience in that you spent a lot of your additional time outside of your 9 to 5. If it's not your 9 to 5 now, I think you've converted to it being your 9 to 5, but that you do a lot of work with like a team of guys. You guys do some great work from what I see on your snaps. Like, you guys are always doing like what looks to be like larger, you know, larger scale events. Yeah. Like some really cool things.
Yeah, dude. We're doing a lot of stuff.
I see your skizzer over there, if you got, or your grinder actually.
Grinder.
Yeah. But go ahead, cool stuff.
We do a lot of stuff with the Long Beach Convention Center. I think there might be some weed in there. I don't know if it's enough. You could just put it on the table. That's fine. On top of this. Whatever.
Yeah, I see you always going south, like LBC. Yeah.
Long Beach is always hiring. They're always doing these events at the convention center, and we're capturing that. But not only that, but we're working with different businesses that require headshots. Like doctors need headshots when they start a new company or they start a new office in a different place.
Great niche,
dude. Yeah, and politics, dude. When a new politician is trying to get into you know, like the governor, a new governor or whatever, we go and do their headshots and stuff. Like the guy I work for, Matt Fukushima, I'm gonna have him on the podcast here soon.
Yes,
he's gonna tell us some incredible stories of him for 32 years, dude. I think it was 32 years around there of photography. You know,
incredible.
Like working on it, like all the time. So he's got plenty of fucking stories, and now he's doing these big works with these big people, and it pays pretty well, man. Most of the time I'm assisting, but I've had some photography events too that I've done, and it's cool, man. It's what I wanted to do. I don't like working the 9 to 5 job. I'm really not good at it, but like I'm working security right now as a 9 to 5 because of this whole quarantine. And dude, something about security, dude, you don't fucking do shit this whole time, you know?
Security's great.
You know, like you go and check out things and you come back, you're chilling, you know, like, and it gives me all this freedom to come and have the evenings. I work the mornings and I come home to the evenings and work on my editing, set this whole thing up, fucking do more shoots and all that.
So proud.
You know, did you want to load it up? Or
however you want to. You said there's.
I can go grab a pipe. Did you want to?
Oh, this the water for sure.
Right? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's the only way. You know, as a matter of fact, where did you get that piece?
Dude, bro, I just bought this piece,
gorgeous.
Bro. I just bought this piece, and I was like, because I had my old bong for the longest time.
Yeah.
And that
super lemon haze, by the way.
That great. Yeah. That's dude, you guys are so good. Neil is really good at remembering the names of the strains they buy. The only one I've ever remembered is Skywalker. Dude,
fire.
Fucking Skywalker has blown my mind sometimes. Dude, I took some Dude, I took a fucking Skywalker edible once, dude. Dude, I think I transcended, dude. Like, I became something else. Like, I wasn't even in this planet, bro. I think, honestly, dude, I was on a spider web, stuck on a spider web. And, like, something was pulling me to the sky, bro, of clouds and brightness, you know? And then the spider web was like holding me, and it was stretchy. So as closer as I got to the sky, it still kept a thin connection with me. And like it went away, but it was still like there. Dude, the feeling of weed is, I get how some people believe in God, bro. I get it. Like, oh, what? Yeah, I've experienced some levels of God where you wouldn't even fucking believe it. Like, I think that's God, bro.
Of course, could be in a million variations, but that is most certainly one of them. I totally agree. It's whatever you want to make it. It's your own belief, you know. I can't even really get into it. There, you know, talking about you putting this together, this podcast, I think it looks so good. I think it's. I know that you've had a vision for it the last time I seen and talked to you, so I think it just came together very, very well, and it's truly an honor and a privilege to be asked to be a part of it. Remember, we did one small one at the marina.
Yeah, no,
Many
well,
moons.
Yes, we did do another one. I was a part of another podcast that was not successful, unfortunately, with Grant.
That's all right.
Because we had different visions
course.
of where the direction of the podcast was going. He wanted to make money, and I was more of like, hey, man, we don't even know what the fuck we're doing here. We're like literally talking with friends and hanging out, and we don't really have a subject. We're just trying to catch up with our friends. And he's like, dude, we just need to fucking choose a subject and interview people. And I'm like, I don't fucking like that.
Gotcha.
I don't fucking like that, dude. It's not fun. It's not creative. It's not genuine in my mind.
You just want a natural progression. I feel it. I feel it natural.
I don't even take it as like, hey, I want to get a bunch of likes, or I want to get millions of views. I'm not like that, dude. I'm trying to
they corrupt the world.
When's the last time you and I got together just to talk, dude?
Love it.
Just to talk.
Absolutely love it. You made my day.
Think about ideas, your perspective in life, in the world, and the events that are taking place, and what your role is here. You know, like, I like hearing ideas. I like talking to people and seeing their perspective, because I have a very high level. I don't know. I have a desire to understand other people. You know, because I sometimes don't even understand myself, dude. I don't understand myself. Same. So therefore,
that's a great self-awareness, by the way.
I appreciate that. And if I don't understand myself, how the fuck do people make decisions that, God definitely, he's up there, bro. He's watching. And then there's other people's like, dude, he doesn't exist. I'm for sure. Like, fuck it. How do you, any of you fucking certain about this? Like, when you wake up in the morning, do you really know if you're you? You know, like, right. I had an incredible dream the other day. It's like, was that the real world?
Multi-dimensions, yeah.
Like, I don't fucking know, bro. Like, dude, you got to take this.
Sure. I work with some people that speak a similar language and think very similar things, like regarding science and like parallel universes and stuff like that. I don't know enough about it to touch on it too much. I should do more research on it, but one thing that I could contribute to what you'd said is I certainly love the study of people and their characteristics and socializing and, of course, catching up. When I was on my way over here, I was thinking, wow, this is probably one of my first social interactions in the last 60 days, easily.
Right.
Easily.
Same here.
So, like, our swords are so not necessarily sharp. Like, the only person I've talked to is my girlfriend. I was scared I was going to come over here and talk to you in a baby voice. I'm like, yo, man, I gotta like get it together, you know, because I think the only people we talked to was maybe like a handful of her friends. A couple of them had birthdays, so we all stood, you know, about 6 feet apart or whatever, and you know, did that, and it was cool. It was great for the person's birthday. They had people drive by all day honking and saying hey and dropping things off that nature, but that's all. Other than that, and before I came over here, you know, as I had mentioned when I was walking in, like, do I need this mask or blah blah blah, because she made me leave the house with a mask, sanitizer, and so on. And the only thing that I told, she's like, you know, my mom's coming home this weekend, and you know, if you're gonna be around other people, you're gonna bring that back. I'm like, okay, well, that's the same when you go to the grocery store. Like, if you go to the grocery store, like, you're gonna bring it back, you know. And I was like, you know, I appreciate your concern, and if you want to quarantine me from your mother this weekend, that's completely fine with me, for the record. With all due respect,
as long as I got Wi-Fi and got my laptop, we're good.
Forget about it. But I told her, I'm like, listen, and I'm sure that you feel this way. I could never let fear dictate my life, like, and I probably do that enough subconsciously, unintentionally, that if there's something that I could do to make a decision against fear, then I will most certainly probably make that choice, and yeah, man. And getting even further deeper into something different, just being in the United States. I know that you come from immigrant parents. We've talked about that in the past or whatever. It's a beautiful thing. Sheena's my girlfriend's family does as well. I love hearing the stories about the success and, like the survival and trying to make it, and being the first of, a generation to do so. And I think that America at one point in time offered a land of opportunity like that. But over the course of the next 2 to 3, maybe 5 years, I do have a strong desire to probably leave the country.
Really?
Yeah. I think I want to go to Europe, in a van for a good 2 to 3, bro. Do a tiny house on wheels in Europe.
Dude, that's fucking dope, bro.
I think that's what I'm on, dude. It's some weird, wild shit. You talk about soul searching and find yourself,
bro.
Breaking the grid,
You're a
breaking
fucking
the norm.
hippie now, bro.
Super hippie. I've always been a hippie.
Old.
But getting old is, without question, that is very much true.
Dude, I just turned 30, bro.
Congratulations.
And
I could talk to you about that.
Dude, look at that toilet paper right there.
What does it say? Holy.
Oh my God, look at this thing. My
Bring it
roommate's
on
got this.
Serious. I'm gonna take a rip while you grab that.
Go ahead. Look at this. Oh, dude, that thing is fucking deep, bro. You're gonna fucking go to another fucking planet, bro. Oh my God, he cleared it. Oh my God.
Super fire.
I don't even do that with my own bong. That thing is too fucking hardcore to do that.
Tastes great.
We're gonna go on to another dimension, folks. But
For real. Yeah,
you're 30.
Wow. Holy shit, you're 30. Look at that. I gotta touch it.
Go.
That's fucking great. Have you used it yet?
Yeah, a couple times. I'm like, dude, they got because the whole Corona thing happened,
Oh, yeah.
and then toilet paper went fucking super scarce,
Can't
and
get
they're
none.
fucking with me,
Incredible.
You turned 30, yo, fuck, here's the toilet paper, congratulations.
How do you... That's very funny and a great job by the roomies. Now,
Yeah.
Now, sorry to ask you any question, but how do you feel turning 30? I'm 32. I'll be 33 this summer, but I've thoroughly, just for the record, I've thoroughly enjoyed the 30s. But I think that you really start to feel it at 29 or whatever. What was your transition or thoughts or, I guess? I'm just curious because I care what people think when they turn 32.
Dude, I have, my 20s, I realized in my 20s that I have a sense of seeing the world and then thinking I understand it. And now that I'm 30, I realize I don't understand much. I don't understand a lot, and I'm beginning the maturity of understanding. I think I've had enough life experience to let go of this major ego I have. I do the ego when it's funny, it's a benefit.
Smart.
I love humor, and but I understand that I don't have all the answers, I look at sometimes politics and I'm like, there's a bunch of fucking idiots just
scary.
Talking to each other in this echo chamber, they're just hearing their own thoughts reverted back to them, and they're just agreeing with themselves. And then yet I thought I had the answers, but when I saw myself in the world making and thinking I have the right answer, and then finding out I would have been totally wrong if someone didn't actually step in and fucking, took over. But I don't know. 30s has really given me another sense of the biggest sense is man, I see some 22-year-olds and I'm like, damn, you're a baby. You're a fucking baby now, that's the biggest one that's hit me so far. It's damn, that girl's fucking fine. And then look at her, oh shit, she's 16, bro.
There's this old Winger
It's like,
song.
whoa.
This 80s metal
She's
song.
really young.
It goes,
I got sisters and shit. Like,
So
they're
what-
really young and like 17, 18. And I'm like, what the fuck?
that's
dude?
the name of the song. It goes, she's only 17, only 17. Listen to this. The lyrics get worse. Daddy says she's too young. She's old enough. She's old enough for me. She's only 17. Bro, like, that's a fucking line. There are older songs that go even further back. That's the 80s hair metal. If you go back to, it's like, I think it's the late 60s, early 70s. There's this group, I think it's Gary Puckett and the Playboys or something like that, you know. But lyrics go, young girl, get out of my heart. My love for you is way out of line. Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl.
Damn. Dude, those guys, bro. Those
Lines.
young dude.
That's
They're
crazy.
killing it, you know what I mean? Like, they have the freedom.
Well, it's also just scary, but it's also weird. Like, I think that people have always been attracted to that for some reason, you know. Like, and when you think about, and this particularly in music, like Jerry Lee Lewis, like married like his cousin who was like
Right.
13.
I heard that.
R. Kelly was with Aaliyah when she was like 15. You know? It's like a very strange pattern of behavior for men of age to be after a woman half of.
Dude.
So strange.
Have you looked at cults? Cults are always
Cults. Yes.
cults. Like cult members that
Yes.
believe in all these crazy shit where like they're the messiah and shit. Like, dude, they're always known for underage girls.
Yeah.
You know, like for sure they got some underage.
Who's that one guy? Did you watch? I know it's kind of a dead topic now, but Tiger King.
Yeah, dude.
Incredible. What's his name? The guy who does the best, the one with the white hair.
Right.
Whatever his name was, Don Juan Magic Bishop the second,
dude.
something like that.
Yes.
But, you know, what did he have? Like 3 wives, all in separate houses, all on the same property.
He had it done right.
List of
He did it
girlfriends.
right.
Yeah.
He's the one that did it right.
They're all working for
that
next to nothing.
fucking guy killed it.
Now, he did do a very good job. Now, I'm not necessarily for not paying them or compensating them accordingly. Like,
Well,
if they're
yeah,
working
he's
hard,
a douchebag
fag,
for
right?
sure.
Yeah,
but like,
fuck yeah, but
if you're gonna be a douchebag, he did it effectively.
yes,
But with Tiger King, dude, the one thing that fucking blew my mind was when I got halfway through the season, and then I was like, man, this fucking show's awesome. And then I wait, it's a documentary.
oh yeah,
These are real people. Holy shit, these are real people.
unbelievable.
Nobody can write a script like this, dude. How can you write a script like this?
I was glued, and also to make it one worse, I come from a long line of, for lack of a better term, hillbilly and or redneck folk, not from Oklahoma, but from Tennessee.
Right.
So I've seen some similar cut of cloth, minus the meth, but like definitely seen some wild ones from out there in the sticks, and even one better yet, my mother, God bless her, she's a great American-made woman, has an obsession with tigers. I've had statues of them. Like my mom had a bookshelf just like this, and all it had on it was tiger statues when I was growing up. So when I see this shit, I'm like, what? This is fucking like this is basically like next to kin.
Definitely, dude.
And that's a stretch. But yeah, it was very strange and entertaining. But oh god, that one guy blew his brains out.
Yes.
Here's another thing, as far as relationships and or predators go. At the end of the day, Joe Exotic, although he's cool and funny and weird and wacky and entertaining, he is also very much so a predator, because he kept a very similar lineage of people in his like stable. Like everybody who ran with him was like, you know, a meth head and or a young boy. You know, like
You're right.
It's like, okay,
You're right, bro.
Kind of see your wild pattern there, player. Oklahoma,
Dude, and that's what's happening somewhere in the United States. That's how big we are, dude. You know what I realized the other day, bro?
Go ahead.
We're supposed to be a continent, dude.
Oh.
You know, like every state is supposed to be a country. And every state is basically a country. Because if you go to LA and you're like, fucking, yeah, the LA, like, you go to Texas. I've been to Texas. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. It's a whole different type of people. I bet you if I went to Florida. It's not the same. That's
so
the United States.
I've been to Florida. It is. It's also
Different
south.
fucking people, bro.
Yeah.
But what were you gonna say?
I really couldn't tell you. Just similar thing. Yeah. Like also, yeah. I thought people were different. Texas. Oh, I remember now. All these different things going on under our nose in the United States. Each place is different. Yeah, I would have never guessed that 2,000 some exotic tigers were available in the United States. Like, that's just crazy. So, like, you think we're living like, what do we got? Oh, we got birds, you got bears, you got snakes, we got normal shit, things that are in national parks. Okay, ducks, fucking whatever. Not tigers. No, that's like reserved for Africa. Crazy. Breeding them and shit. I mean, it's amazing. I love cats, so I thought that was kind of cool. I don't think breeding for profit and putting an animal in a semi-trailer and driving it to fucking Indiana is okay, for the record. But if you, like I said, had a small manger or herd or however the hell you do it or whatever, if you had like 6 of them going, and whatever you had I could see how it could be done right. I definitely think he was doing it wrong, but I don't see anything wrong with creating more tigers, especially if they're endangered.
Right.
I'm all for that, but I guess he was like breeding like incestually, which is absolutely unacceptable. So that's just
what blew my mind was that they were extinct. Tigers are extinct, dude.
That's so sad.
There's
like so many things extinct.
There's like way less than there are in the United States. Like there's like 5,000 in the United States, and around the world there's like maybe 1,500. Like what?
That is very much so a bummer.
And
it's like that for turtles, and I think koala bears or pandas or something.
You're right.
Like, it's really bad. Like, even like a form of dolphin. I think like a bottlenose dolphin is like doomed. Like,
fuck yeah. Rhinos, dude.
Oh my god, hippopotamus. I mean, it's very sad. I'm sure that we could pull up a list.
Yeah.
and I brought my laptop too, just in case.
Oh yeah, pull it out, bro. Let me give you the password, bro. Dude, I got the system hooked up to the TV, but the TV's fucking whack. Yeah. Your laptop will work way better. But dude, if you look at these lists that you were just mentioning of like the
I'll put it in a minute.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The list of endangered species, and we know how to fix it, but the people that are in power right now are profiting so much from it that they're like, no, it's not happening. Like kind of like rhino shit, dude. I gotta find the password, bro, because I keep forgetting what the fuck it is.
I forgot what I was pulling up.
The fucking what were you gonna pull up?
It was something endangered, but was it not? No.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought that it was something different.
It's crazy when you're like trying to type something in and then also have a thought. Check your phone. Oh shit! I don't know why I send it to your phone, but that's the password. And then you go to Netgear 84, and then you'll be good. But dude, that show, what blew my mind about that show is that chick, the lady,
Carol Baskin.
That's right, Carol Baskin. She has killed her husband, right?
Oh, for starters, for one.
Right?
But the way
give the story, because you always do a good job with those. Do you remember? Did you finish the show?
I did. I did watch all parts, but nevertheless, here's what bothered me the most about her was that she had convinced these women to do the work for free. She basically ran the same operation as Joe and the other gentleman, the Don Juan, South Carolina guy. But like she ran the same exact operation as them, but was trying to take them down in the process of like basically duplicating the same thing. Like, and her place was the most shitty. It's like her place looked the worst. The tigers looked the skinniest. They were in the worst wire cages. Like the place was very unkempt. Like I was very surprised and shocked just like at like what she got away with. People like, oh, she's saving him. No, this is a rescue. It's much different than what Joe's doing. If Joe's making him fucking jump through hoops, who cares? Listen, at the end of the day, it's all wrong. Because wasn't he serving him like old Ralph's meat and shit too? It's all wrong. It's so bad. The only guy that was doing it right is the one guy.
The one dude with the chicks that were always dressed up as these costumes that are all like tight on their body, showing all the best parts. And he calls them not even by her name, bro. He makes up names for them, you know? One's like kitty cat or something like that, right? Like, it's something stupid where, like, dude, he went a full mile, you know? Meanwhile, this other dude, he's gay. He's trying to pick up dudes, but he doesn't have the greatest look in the world. You know what I mean? He carries a gun everywhere. Fucking carries a gun everywhere, like ready in a fucking solid holster.
His right.
Yeah,
it's his right.
They saved him one time, right? Because they got him from the feet. One of the tigers were attacking him, right? He started shooting into the sky. I was like, you better not shoot that tiger, bro. You better not shoot that tiger. You fucking die. But he shot to the fucking air, and then they ran away. And somehow he survived, but damn, bro.
I know he hurt them tigers.
How you fucking write that shit, dude?
Exactly, you can't. I think we're pulling up endangered species or something. I'm gonna disregard it for now.
Just leave it there.
But in case we need to look at
it,
this
it's right
is here.
there.
It is, dude.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to talk about regarding endangered species was about how humans are basically, without question, completely eroding away and destroying the earth, like as we know it. I appreciate what people do for plastic in the ocean and, you know, pollution and whatever else, but I really think the world's going to hell in a handbasket over the course of the next like 50 to 70 years, and a majority of things will become augmented reality before we go. Like, it will be AI,
dude. I totally
AR,
agree.
And it's a big mess from like pretty much from here on out. I think we're gonna see like the end of the wick. The next 100 years, like this planet, probably it stands a chance, but it's gonna be completely different. It will be a first like robotic planet, and I do believe that humans do have the potential to move planet.
Yeah, dude. Do you watched the Joe Rogan Experience, right?
I haven't seen it in a really long time. I'm sure that they touch on similar subjects. I'm sure that I'm covering similar ground. But like,
who do you think he had just today?
I wouldn't know.
Elon Musk.
Really?
Yeah, Elon Musk again. And they were talking about what you were just saying, dude.
Really?
They were theorizing like, hey, now that we've fucking we reached quantum supremacy. Have you heard? Do you even know what that fucking means? I don't. But apparently a computer that's so stupidly faster that the modern computers today would have taken 200 million years to solve this one problem that this thing did in 3 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? And they were talking about that. And they're like, exactly what you said is what Elon Musk says. Like, hey, that's what we're going to be going to. And he made this thing called the Neuralink that basically gives you the powers that computers have. You're going to implant this thing into your brain, and you're going to be able to do all these incredible things. Like, you can talk in a different language because you can download this software. And then you don't have to worry about learning languages.
That's it. That's exactly it right there.
And then the fucked up part where he goes into the detail is that the first people that are going to have access to this is rich people.
Of course.
And they're going to be in such another level than the bottom people that are already going to have all these things, that they're going to be running things. The whole world is going to be this fucking Egyptian world. You know, like the pharaohs will win, you know, like whoever's the richest, That's Bezos.
That's a great comparison.
The Bezos is going to be in the tippy top looking down at everybody.
And we're just scrapping for crumbs.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy, bro.
If that's really the way that it's going to happen, and I'm sure that is probably it, and we have, you know, only so much time to make like a decent living for ourselves, I really think one of the best things to do is, well, I'm so torn because I don't want to conform. Like you said, like 9 to 5, you know, like live like just a natural traditional lifestyle. It's really hard. And of course, like the older you get, the more practical your thinking becomes, which I think is a product of becoming in your 30s. It's like you're more refined, but you still make more like practical decisions. Like you're just like, you know, but nevertheless, you either gotta fucking find like a cool little town where you can dip and dive and get away, and where your $500,000 goes a lot further, and you can have a mansion and, you know, all the dream theater, imaginative, you know, home experience and family life that you could love, in a little pocket of good old American glory somewhere, or travel the world and be absolutely free of liquidable asset.
Dude, that's a beautiful dream, dude.
One of the two.
That's a beautiful type of way to live. I think that's the most humanly real way to live, because this whole new level of connection that we've reached now, it's like you can't have your own idea anymore. Like, everything you think and wonder, you can go and find out.
Oh my God.
You know, like, you there's no mystery about the world sometimes. You can get to the precise idea and the precise answer. So when people just think openly like we are and throw these numbers around or whatever, and we theorize about things, people can go and look back at this and be like, well, he was wrong here, he was wrong there. It's like, dude, can't we have a genuine just talk and ideas and letting things happen for the sake of happening and see where it goes, rather than trying to like get the right answers every single time? If you're not to the point and have the right assessment of what you're thinking about, you can't respect that person. So that's what we reach. Like, there's less and less mystery about things, because you can get online and find out the answer for the tallest building, or when did LA get started, or how did the podcast get started, all this shit, you know.
And to that point, if you, and I'm sorry if we got, that's too, I think it's all in the same thing, but you were saying, so eventually there will be something
right
that can be
the
programmed.
neural link.
And so you'll have basically Wikipedia in your brain, and you'll be able to speak a different language. But you know what's so strange? It's just like anything could be hacked. I'm sure that could be hacked, and then your brain's under control, and yada, yada, yada. And it's just, I mean, it sounds absolutely unreal. It sounds terrifying at the same time, but it sounds like worth having, right? It's like, who doesn't want to put that in, go to Japan, speak a different language, and be a fucking incredible human being?
Yeah, that's where you get. I reach a dilemma where you just said it's like you get hacked. It's like you could, if the government, like right now, is saying that they want to implement this app that tracks you, so they can see where you are, so that in case you come in contact with a coronavirus positive candidate or whatever, you would be red flagged or stay away from these areas. So, you know, like the news has been talking about that like crazy. It's like, hey, last time we gave the government the ability to track anything, like in 9/11, they never gave that power back.
The
like
privacy.
They never retreated that. So, like, what does that mean? If we give them power now, they're not going to let go of it in the future. So,
you know, I always use this example, and then I guess I don't know any further, but this is the example that I give. Like, you've heard of the FCC, maybe?
Right.
Federal Communications Commission.
Right.
They regulate television and radio for what we see and don't see. At one point, that was non-existent in the United States, better yet, the world, but more particularly the United States, where radio was Americana and it was free speech. So the radio was like the radical free world. Like, if you had access to a frequency, much like almost history repeating itself in the way that people are able to podcast now, like now that you can get online and you can share your thoughts for free, radio was at one point the same way. If you had access to a frequency or station or something, you know, like you could get on there and speak. Might have been AM, whatever the case, but and then it became formatted, and then it became regulated, and then the government got involved, and now there's advertisements, and we hear the same 7 songs on a playlist, and everything revolves around money. But it all becomes this huge tangle and twist of government controlled bullshit And unfortunately, and I don't want to talk about government control bullshit, but like it really does. And the internet is free for now, but eventually it will be under the same remote control. There will be, just like there's FCC for TV and radio. So yeah, I didn't give the TV example, but TV happened the same way. Oh, we're gonna implement commercials. Oh, now it's NBC. You got to pay attention to the network. Oh, it's CBS. Oh, well, it's TBS. Oh, it's just a conquer and divide, and unfortunately, the same thing will happen for the internet. Like, we're so lucky to have watched the expansion of the internet and watch it grow and blossom and be as beautiful as it has been. It's getting ugly now. It's getting murky now. It's getting gross now, but still very helpful, still very beneficial, still very important, but it will eventually be controlled. That's my point.
You're right. I mean, all you got to get to is the people that are providing the cable internet. If you already get to them, I mean, they broke AT&T back in the day because they monopolized the whole industry, right? Like, and that's what's happening right now with Amazon.
Oh, that's so scary. It's so scary, bro. No more Sears, no more nothing.
Nothing, dude. They're barely staying alive, Like,
barely. It's over for it. Walmart's competing.
No, yeah, definitely. And then there's the economic what?
Want to pack it up?
You pack it up. That one's still going, bro. Hit it.
Well, hell yeah.
Where's the lighter?
Oh, right there. I got it.
Okay, go ahead. They're monopolizing the industry.
100%.
I mean, I
Big
saw this
three everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching this documentary about the tactics of Amazon. And I watched this incredible documentary talking about how Jeff Bezos thought of this, like, let's have the idea of monopolizing the industry right out the gate. Like, our investors know we're going to lose a bunch of money right out the gate to get and provide the best quality products and delivery and everything. And as different competitors die down, we'll buy them out. And then we'll sell their products on our platform, take a piece of it, and improve. And slowly, it's like this slob that slowly just takes everything away and turns it into what it is, with its label on it. And he's just making an empire out of that shit, dude. To where he is now.
If you have a small business product and you place it on Amazon, you basically relinquish and give up all rights of your product and its integrity, patent, and personal experience entirely, because if they like it enough, they will duplicate it and it's over for you.
Yes. I mean, you see that at Walmart. I mean, CVS has its own brand. It's like, it's crazy.
Great Value is the Walmart brand that competes with all the national brands. And then at Ralph's, it's either Private Selection or Simple Truth.
Yes. Yes.
And it's for Kroger, which is the umbrella company of Ralph's, But yeah, and I mean, it's the same for each one. So strange,
It's the money, bro.
Oh, everything.
Like, you look at the CVS, you see the Walgreens brand, you see all these brands. They're like $1 or $2 cheaper sometimes, and you're like, I want to get the one that's shiny and it's got the cool logo and stuff, instead of this like 3D printout or like this printout from whatever saying CVS. And you're like wondering, what the fuck, dude? I gotta save some money. I just take this one. It works the same, What the fuck? It's a big deal.
What the? Oh shit! I just lost it. I was gonna say. Oh, got it. Speaking of grocery store food, going to the grocery store and getting food and stuff. I have recently made a switch, commitment rather. To only purchasing Boar's Head deli meat and cheese product.
Boar's Head?
Are you familiar with this brand by chance? If you've seen it, I'm sure that you would. you'd be like, oh yeah, I recognize that. I see it at the deli or the grocery store all the time. This place called. You ever heard of Mike's Deli? It's on Slauson? No. Might see advertisements for it,
yeah.
But nevertheless, Boar's Head deli meat and cheese. Oh my god, like not a paid ad, but seriously, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So I used to always be Oscar Mayer. I get the split, the half turkey, half ham. You know, like the 2 for $7, 3 for $7, or whatever, and like an incredible sandwich with those. But I can't believe the quality of this meat and cheese. Like it has completely changed my sandwich game dramatically.
Damn.
Dramatically. And
that's what's up.
Here's the best part. Their slogan is just so good. It's and this just goes back to, you know, whatever we were just talking about. I was trying in somewhere. It's like something in the but it's called Compromise Elsewhere. And as far as your deli meat goes, that's exactly what you should fucking do, dude. It's worth the extra couple bucks. So that's what we were talking about. That's where we're at. Private Selection, Simple Truth, Kroger brand, things of that nature. Like it's like, oh, a couple bucks over here and there. Save me this, save me that. That's true. I believe it. You get your mac and cheese, you can jazz it up the way you fucking want. But when it comes to your deli meat, Boar's Head, holy shit.
That's what's up. Oh there you hear, folks.
God, bro, like really though, like. I was making these roast beef and like 18-month age cheddar sandwiches. Like, and I wanted to ask you, because I know that you are a connoisseur of the kitchen yourself. Have you been cooking up, throwing down, etc. in quarantine? Because my quarantine cook-ups have been out of this fucking world.
Dude, I've been fucking with some steak and shit, dude.
Yes, sir. Now that I know you got grills here, we're cooking steaks.
Dude, we gotta do a cookout, bro.
We gotta cook steaks, bro. Yeah. I didn't know you had a fucking grill here.
Yeah, we have those grills. I've never tried those grills. Never tried them.
I will bring 3 steaks here within a week. One for me, one for you, one for Grant. Is Neil here too?
Yes, he is.
I will bring 4 steaks.
He's not a big steak guy, but...
Okay, 3 steaks.
Know.
That's it.
But ask him. I'll ask him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah?
First of all, I've been cooking.
What kind of way you cook it?
Well, I can cook it to your liking, of course.
No. Well, like, there's so many different ways I found out.
Yes.
And you know how they have the fucking Instagram, and I follow a couple steakhouse recipes, and they do these fucking videos where like, God damn, I want a steak like that.
I've seen them. I can make a steak similar.
Yes.
I can.
There's many, many ways, though. And I realized it's like, okay, which one's the best way? You know? And dude, I like to hear it, see yours. I'm always for new type of ways of making steak.
It would be my fucking pleasure. Wow. Okay.
Dude, we got to, bro.
Tapping into a new resource here because, because really, like, I want to cook a steak for someone and have their honest opinion on it.
Yeah.
It could be shit. I want to know it. That's how I get better, you know? But I really think that I've been drumming up some really fucking nice work.
That's what's up.
Really nice work. So I like New York strip's okay, but I love ribeye.
Yeah.
Some people say bone-in ribeye. It could be boneless for me. It doesn't fucking matter. They say the bone adds the flavor, whatever. So for the longest time, I had stuck by this rule that was like olive oil, this is like pre, getting your steak ready. So like olive oil, not necessarily a marinade, but you can marinate if you want, but just olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's it. And it can be copious amounts or somewhere in between, but I tend to lean.
You don't fuck with butter?
Oh, of course. I guess that just goes in the pan. Like I was thinking about that in the pan. Of course. So I'm just mean like jazzing it before.
Oh, okay. Then I mean, yeah.
Butter in the pan.
Yeah.
Hot cast iron.
Dude, cast iron. I fuck with cast iron, bro.
Yes.
I got some big ones too. Like, you know, I thought of getting the little ones and stuff, and I was like, nah, bro. I'm gonna fuck with some serious steak here.
Yes.
I'd be fucking with. I have 2 now.
Nice.
And I'm like, dude, cast iron. And, you know, I also transitioned to stainless steel, bro.
Oh.
Stainless steel.
Oh, your pans?
My pans, bro.
Nice.
Cast iron and stainless steel. I don't fuck with a steak on on stainless steel. I like the cast iron more. Mm-hmm. You know, because that's the way to do it, bro. I don't know if you fuck with a cast iron, but that's the way to do it.
Yes, absolutely. I have cast irons as well. I got a little one like this, medium, and then maybe like a large. Like
right,
the
normal one. That's what I have, yeah. I think it's 12 inches.
Hell yeah. So fucking, I had tried it on stainless steel too.
Right.
Is what I was gonna say.
No way.
Yeah, and turned out okay. And tried it on Teflon as well, especially since we've been on lockdown, or I mean even before that, to throw in all the R&D on it. But yeah, tried steaks a lot of different fucking ways, and put it in the oven.
Dude, I fuck with the oven too, dude.
At the end, recently I've been getting a fucking roast, like a beautiful like beef whatever.
Do you do the thermometer?
I'll just throw it in the I brown it each side.
Nice.
Crisp it, bitch, and then throw it in the crock pot.
Nice.
With the wine.
Nice.
Just potatoes, carrots, onions,
I've
celery.
never fucked with the wine. That's what's up.
It's crazy. It's like 2 cups wine, 1 cup like it could be water, it could be, you know, like but a mixture, if you will. And then I put it on before bed.
Ooh.
Like literally go to bed fucking midnight or whatever. Wake up the next morning, 8, 9, 10 a.m., whatever. You smell that, son, bitch.
Damn.
Oh my God. Pull it out, separate it, falls apart.
Yes.
The fat just leaves. If you want to keep it, you can.
Yes.
You know, some people like fat, some people don't, you know.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's just beef in the crock pot. That's really easy. But back to these steaks. We will definitely fucking do steaks. It's funny that you haven't used those grills, because I've been dying to use a grill, because I've been cooking them on Teflon, stainless, fucking cast iron. So I've been itching for a grill. We don't have grills at our place.
Yeah, we just need to clean those fuckers off. It'll be good, bro.
I'll hit this one more time.
Oh, dude, get some, bro. Let me use the restroom
Please,
super quick,
please.
dude. I'm so sorry.
No, please, dude. Take your time.
I'm dying.
Take your time, dude. I took a piss before I got here.
Tell us another story about
Feeling good in the neighborhood, y'all. You know the vibes. Pouring up a little bit of this liqueur. Not to be confused with liquor. Here's a little razzmatazz. OCD kicking in. You know the vibes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I was just saying OCD kicking in. You know the vibes. I was just fucking putting everything. I get that from my mother. She go like this. You know, she got to straighten everything out. She fucking does that shit all the time.
I love that, dude. Neil's really good at being really, really neat, and
It's
neat
beautiful.
to the point where like he eliminates everything and just keeps the essentials. Like,
Love that.
But I'm like, unfortunately, the opposite. Look at my fucking shelf, dude.
It's not
filled
bad.
with
It's not in bad condition, though. Oh, trust me, I've seen way worse.
Random shit.
No.
But then look at my desk. It's terrible, dude. It's terrible.
No.
It's just random shit.
It's really a thinker's desk. It is.
I don't know, man.
It is. I see the clarity in the you know, what you would say disarray or whatever, but no, I see clarity and I get it because I operate in, like, not in a similar way, but I do operate better when things are clean sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess everybody does.
I do my bed.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's fine.
I don't fuck with my desk. I'll fuck with my shelf.
Of course.
I vacuum, and then I do my bed, and I'm like, damn, I feel accomplished, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I see my bed, like, not clean, not done, I guess, I feel like it's dirty in here, you know? And then I'm working out here, too, so I'm getting down and doing some push-ups and shit, and I'm smelling my fucking rug, and I'm like, nah, bro.
Hey, damn it.
Fucking vacuum this bitch, you know? And, but, yeah, so you're really, I think I've been to your place, your old place, and you were pretty fucking neat, bro.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, respect.
Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely try to keep a neat place, man. Props to Mom for that one. I mean, my dad kept a tight crib too, but he really did. He was actually even more so neat probably than her. But but my mom always said, like, a house is meant to be lived in. I'm a firm believer that, you know, come in, fucking, like, sit on the couch, use the utensils, fucking open the refrigerator, fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like,
that's supposed to happen. Like, just because I'm neat doesn't mean that you can't come in and fucking kick your feet up, and you know, you don't gotta take your shoes off. Like, you know, like if you do, like, I appreciate it or whatever, but like I wouldn't think twice about it. Like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy or whatever. You know, like for the most part, as long as they were clean.
Right.
I mean, if they're muddy ass boots, you should know better. It's just common sense.
Right.
Steaks, dude. Food,
Right.
and food, like, did any quarantine cook-ups? I'm sorry, I missed it. Did you say that there were? Like, have you been throwing out some good food?
Dude,
at all? We will do steaks. We will do them.
Dude,
in a week or less.
Dude, I just transitioned to I'm trying to get on a diet, and what I realized is that I'm trying to get it on my macros, dude.
Yes.
Turns out you gotta hit like a gram of protein for every pound.
This is what I've heard, and that sounds insane.
It is insane, dude. I'm
Tell
telling
me about
you.
macros and micros. I need to know more about
Dude,
this.
I've been trying to get on that because I've been like eyeballing it all my life, and I've gone down to pretty good. You know, when I do good, I've been doing good. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. Goddamn.
I've been dying,
But
bro.
the times that I did good, I couldn't get any lower. So I thought maybe I'm missing something. Am I not trying something I'm putting off because it seems too hard and all this stuff? And I'm like, well, what am I missing? So I went on on a YouTube rampage on all these fucking super fit dudes on there telling you about it's diet, dude. 80% of it is diet.
That's what I've
and
heard.
it's so fucking hard, you know? I can work out for 2 hours, not a problem. I do it when the gym's open, not lately, because fuck. Anyways, this whole macro shit was like, okay, I guess I could try that shit. I've been weighing my fucking food, my drinks, everything, dude, and seeing where it is. There's actually great apps on here that you scan the code you're about to eat, the fucking food you're about to eat, and then it fucking knows exactly how much calories, fats, and
Wow.
and everything, you know, like proteins and carbohydrates. And you're like, fuck, okay. And then it's supposed to keep you under like 1,800 calories a day, you know. If you want to lose weight, or if you want to gain weight, you'd be over 2,500 calories, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all on the phone now, you know. You can do it, scan it, and all you need to do is to get precise, is to weigh it. And if it's all one package, like yogurt, you just scan the yogurt, you don't have to weigh it. It's fine. But when you're doing random shit like chicken, like when I've done chicken and I weighed it, it's not the same as what the app said. So I adjust that. But besides that, it's all there. It tells you. And dude, when you're trying to hit 160 grams of protein, you're eating a fuckload, dude.
Sounds like a lot.
Dude, I can't fuck with that, man.
Do you got to work out?
Dude, I work out too. And then I'm not hitting it. I'm hitting like 130 grams of protein, and that's
Still
a protein shake, another protein shake, sometimes, and then chicken and some salmon, some cod and shit, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like every one of them is like 26 grams of protein, you know. And I'm just trying to focus on the proteins, and then there's this carbs and fats.
Mm-hmm.
Whole scenario where like, fuck, that kills me, dude. Cause
that's where I would lose.
yeah, they were everywhere. Protein, it's hard to get. Carbs and fats, everywhere. Donut has a ton of fats, dude, and carbs, obviously.
And I love a donut. I love a Coca-Cola. I appreciate the fact you got these 0 sugars, though. That's great.
Dude, Neil hooked it up, bro.
Great.
I didn't even ask. Hopefully, Neil, you don't mind me using it. He bought a whole Costco bag, bro.
Yeah.
He won't remember. He won't.
Shout out to Neil. No
Shout
doubt.
out to Neil for sure, for the drinks.
Much love, much
and the
appreciate.
joint. I just stole that shit from him, dude. He left in the counter. I was like, whoop.
Like, hey, I guess
Yoink.
this is coming. Dude, I got plenty of bud. We got plenty of tree to
Sweet,
smoke. If you want me to
dude.
fucking chop some up, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, the bong's still going. I mean,
Yeah.
Are we still going? You still good?
Fired
Did you need to use the restroom?
up.
You're welcome
Dude,
to.
you know, I'm blessed and like right now.
You're got a good bladder then, huh?
Normally not. I pissed
Really?
before I got here, and I thought about that. I thought, you know what? Probably gonna have to piss a lot, but I did.
Right.
I haven't. Thank God. I've been lucking out. I really have.
That's what's up. No, that's good, man.
Usually would have to piss a lot. That's funny. But yeah, dude. I mean, I've made obviously steak, and we talked about fucking beef in the crock pot. Did some chicken parm, did some chicken marsala. I made oh man, chicken nuggets,
killing it.
like of some bacon, bacon, egg and cheese, sausage, egg and cheese. I actually want to try these donuts. Speaking of donuts, you said there's this guy on YouTube as well. You can talk about YouTube. His name is Sam the Cooking Guy. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Millions of views. He really does a fucking fantastic job. He's down in San Diego. He does it all in his backyard. He's probably like 40 plus, and it's done in high quality.
Mm-hmm.
And he just has these fucking razzmatazz, fantastic fucking munchy foods like that you would enjoy, But he made a suggestion for homemade donuts, and I gotta try them. It's basically you take a Pillsbury Grand's biscuits.
Mm.
If you're familiar, they got the flaky layer ones.
I think. Oh yeah.
You pop the
you
thing,
pop them that way,
and then like there's
then
like
you
6
pull 'em.
biscuits in there or
My
whatever the
mom's
fuck.
done it.
Yeah, exactly. So like you take those out, and then you get something like that, and center it in the biscuit or whatever, and take that out, and you get some fucking hot oil, and you set that something bitch in there and fry it one side or the other, and pull it out, and then, like you have like sugar and cinnamon sitting there, and while it's hot, do it both sides. Or he did it was like a bacon bourbon, some shit like that, like bacon bourbon brown sugar or something. So he took like literally bourbon and brown sugar, mixed it, and then had some chopped up bacon, but just brown sugar and bourbon mixed. Took the donut out of the hot oil, dipped it. So now it's glazed in bourbon and brown sugar, and then he's fucking taking bacon and throwing that bitch on there, and you're just like,
Jesus.
But like, I'm thinking to myself, dude, I've been getting down. I'm like, I think I could fucking do it. Let me see if I get any pictures of some food that recently cooked.
There's so many fucking good shit they put out there now, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking delish, dude. I follow a couple fucking places that, they make. Damn,
that's easy shit.
That's
though.
You?
That's me.
That's you?
That's just brioche French toast.
Shit, you got to send me this shit because
I know
these people need to see this eggs, bacon, toast with like banana and strawberries. God,
now that's just the way to start
he's making
the day.
it look photographic too. He's not even like trying to like, oh, I just bad lighting or anything. Like, he thought of it. That's good shit, dude. I love it.
Tell you what, though. Speaking of food, been eating too much. Need to get back on the bicycle.
All right. We can fuck with that.
Need to get back on the bicycle because I did 113 last month.
Are you getting that static?
I got it. Yes, sir. Oh, there you go.
Oh, let me switch you out. Is that you? Oh, no, that's me.
There you go.
Are you good?
Now it's clean, I think. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, because one of them...
No. Oh.
I hear it, too. It comes and goes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird staticky noise. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it, but whatever.
Dude, it sounds really crispy.
Dude, I'm glad you came, bro. I was so... Like, dude, I've had Grant 4 times. I've only made 4 episodes, so that's all I have. I'm so glad you would be, like, my first real guest besides the person I live with.
I'm so happy to be here. Anytime you want me to fucking chime in and join in, I will gladly assist. I'm down the street. I love it.
Maybe you can be together one day. All 3 of us can sit down and fucking hang out.
Absolutely.
And talk about ideas and shit, like fucking
100%.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
I mean, I could gab for a long time. It's hereditary.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, we just had such a long experience, like, knowing each other. I mean, by working together in the Irwin back in the day. Have you seen the Irwin lately?
It's decked out.
Totally different,
It's all pimped.
It's all blue now.
It's blue, and they got the islands on the inside where the people work and stuff. Yeah, I did see that.
I haven't even been up there, but, man, they changed it up. They changed it up.
Last time I was there, I will say this, the last 2 times that I've been there, by the way, this is the Hotel Irwin on Pacific Avenue in Venice Beach, California. Can't recommend it enough as far as a boutique hotel for somewhere you need to stay if you're in town, and or if you live in the area or are visiting. Rooftop lounge. I mean, one of the best views of Venice Beach. Of the beach in general, as you know, one of the few rooftop lounges in Los Angeles. Highly recommended. But
And that's his fucking radio.
That's the pitch for it.
voice.
That's the pitch for it. But the 2 or 3 times that I've been there, since not working there, they let me in past the line, which I appreciated.
Right.
And when I got to the top, one time Charlie bought me a drink, which yep, and whoever I was with, and the next time Paris did, and I was like,
Paris?
Yeah, Paris College. You remember Paris? The light skinned black chick who ran the restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes. Solid hottie,
Oh
bro.
no, this is when I was single, but we were walking up to the bar, right?
Yeah, right.
And she's like, she's
What's
so bad.
up, girl?
Yeah, and she's got a man too, but she's like, oh, let me
Yeah.
let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you and your people a drink. Whatever. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. But I was like, but for real though, when you gonna let me buy you a drink?
Oh.
She did not respond, of course. But you can't shoot. You gotta shoot. You can't shoot unless you score. You can't score unless you shoot.
Yeah, can't win if you don't play.
Speaking of bad bitches who used to work at the Irwin.
What's up?
No. But
Grab that.
that Nicole Garambant,
Garament?
or the Nicole chick.
Nicole. Oh, shit. Like the solid, like, cutie pie with the dark hair.
She on an eHarmony commercial.
Oh, right. I think
it.
I saw that, and I thought it
seen
wasn't
the
her.
commercial.
But then,
I
Is
went
it-
to her
it is-
Instagram to confirm it because I didn't see it on her Instagram.
for real,
I seen her on eHarmony commercial first.
right?
I was like, wow, that's
Is
impressive.
that her?
So shout out to her agent.
For real, she's getting out there.
That's
She's got a cute face
remarkable.
though. Like
Very.
everybody had eyes for her,
I was looking at a profile. Could have been yours. Could have been Grant's. Someone's not too long ago that said that we shared 23 mutual friends, and I thought to myself, God, is Los Angeles really that small? I thought that it would have been distributed over different areas outside of the Irwin. I'm like, oh, who do we have in common? Looking at friends, it's all at the Irwin. I mean, like,
Dude.
it's so many people work there, dude.
Right? And not only that, is like the rooftop is such a popular place to post on that a lot of those posts get connected to the GPS coordinates of where you are at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And they connect and they're like, hey, maybe you like this place because you were at the same place at the same time.
I know.
It's
I
like,
can't
oh,
stand
what?
Which, speaking of places outside of like what we're familiar with, I'm gonna go ahead and back this up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But go ahead and show me. Does this piece come out of here,
Yeah.
or does it? Okay, because I think it's kind of
It's
stuck.
fucking
I didn't want to.
keeps getting stuck,
I
dude.
didn't want
And
to jerk
it's
around with it. There
you
you
gotta
go.
wobble it around.
Got the
and
Midas
then
touch.
it.
Wow. Oh, that's one thing I didn't tell you as far as our
What?
ketchup goes. And you mentioned the wobble. It made me think of it.
Let me
So,
clear this out.
oh, dude, you're good. Fucking before the pandemic, whatever bullshit that's going on, this last year, there you go. That's a nice little ripster. This last year has been very, well, let's say since July of 19. So yeah, last year, maybe even a little bit before then,
What?
has been very opportunistic. I think is the word. Opportunistic for the DJ business.
Oh yeah.
That-
Why is that?
I don't know if you knew this, but when I was in Michigan from age 20 to 27, right before I moved out here,
Oh right, you were a DJ.
DJ, MC, sound, lighting, yeah, dude, all kinds of different shit. So like, I mean, you name it: wedding, graduation, bar mitzvah, birthday, corporate event, sporting event, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you want to grind some more, or
Dude, 100%.
did you?
This is fire. If you want to, if unless it's-
Yeah. I was thinking doing
this is
this.
great too. Whatever. I brought it out to smoke up if you want. It's 3 different kinds. So
Like this
Don't
is
mind.
this.
There you
That's
go.
why I like putting it on
perfect.
paper because you could do some of that action and
that's
boom,
perfect.
it's all in there, bro.
So
But
so-
go on.
So yeah, did this DJ, MC, sound, lighting, graduations, birthday, bar mitzvahs, blah 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 blah, and wanted to pursue that when I got out here. And basically, when I first got out here 5 years ago, they're like, "Okay, well, just get in line, motherfucker, because everybody does it." You know,
Yeah, fucking.
Everybody's a
same
DJ,
Goes with
everybody-
acting. Same goes with trying to be a.
Just take a number.
Yeah, like, yeah. I've encountered that so many times in the course of just living here, because everyone's just like in this bucket trying to get the same food.
Man, for sure. But so again, some light at the end of the tunnel on this notion. Since this past year, I have 3 different DJ residencies now.
Oh shit!
And this is what I was going to tell you. This will connect here in a minute. Was excuse me. One being Ye Old King's Head in Santa Monica. If you're familiar with this place.
I don't know.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It's basically at the corner of Ocean and Santa Monica. In Santa Monica, what's over there? Like when you're coming down Ocean, you'll see like Water Grill, or you'll see like Meat on Ocean, or like Blue Plate Taco.
Right.
You know, Blue Plate Taco, shit like that. Like
I think so.
Down there on Ocean, basically a fucking block down from the pier.
Okay.
On Ocean, is a British pub called Ye Old King's Head.
Okay.
That hops every other Saturday, and I spin there every other Saturday.
Dude.
For $200 in a tab. And I've been there since July, August, September, October, November, December, January.
I love that you do these things on the side, bro.
Bro, this has been so fun. And I mean, you want to talk about stories. I guess my girl will never see this, you know?
Right.
One could only hope. I mean, this story is like so worth sharing. So if anything,
dude,
just chop it. It'll just have to hit the cutting room floor. Or if, you know, I'm ever single or something, you could release it, whatever. Dude,
it's like fucking an hour and 45 minutes in. So nobody would get this far. Come on. Give me it. Give me it.
I can't. I'm share with y'all. I can't. Because I literally feel too much guilt. But anyway, this place pops off. Okay, this place is great. I'll share it with you. This place is great. But that's one residency. That's a different story, different day. Ye Old King's Head, so good. Second place is fucking LA Ale Works.
Oh, what?
Bro, spinning at Ale Works. I just did their 3rd anniversary. We got birthday parties lined up with them. We got they're like these 80s style functions and shit.
Ooh.
So like, I mean, around the corner from us, Los Angeles Ale Works.
Dude, you gotta hook it up, bro.
100%. 100%. Get you in there, dude. Having drinks, having fun, doing whatever.
Sounds like an awesome Saturday, bro.
Exactly. And then the last place is down here at what's called El Porto.
El Puerto?
It's basically the end of Rosecrans.
Yeah. I know that.
Right there. It's like where Manhattan Beach kind of is, or sort. But I do these surf competitions. Kelly Slater, sponsored by Subaru, Microsoft. Fucking Lost Apparel, all kinds of stupid shit.
For real?
Found it on Craigslist.
What the fuck?
Working the new job. I had finished my training.
You're always getting out there fucking ways to make it happen. I feel like I'm working hard and shit, and then you're out there fucking making the real shit.
Not true.
I don't remember last time I got on Craigslist and thought like, yeah, this is going to be
money.
real.
Well, you know, the only reason I was on it is because I started this new job. So whatever. What is it? Sales manager of event technologies, but it's for the JW Marriott and Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Basically a third party within them. So if you were coming and you wanted to throw an event, you would have to come talk to me about your sound, lighting, blah, 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 blah. So the same shit they do on the side is the 9 to 5. But nevertheless, what the fuck were we talking about? There's a reason for that.
We were talking about you going out and doing these DJs. Yeah,
that's it. But that's been really fun. That's all I really got. I could wrap it up there. No. I mean, on that one. But
come on, there was a story in there you were gonna tell us. Come on,
man. I'll give you the bullet points. It involves being in a Street Fighter costume on the beach, getting my dick sucked.
Nice. That's awesome. That's the best synopsis ever.
Jesus, I'm going to hell in a handbasket.
Dude, you gave the viewers. No, that's not true.
No,
that's not true.
No,
it's
right.
Allegedly. There's no
an alleged
provable.
Story.
Yeah,
it's an alleged story from what I heard.
This is a great story from where you had an incredible dream.
It's just
But,
for
like,
entertainment
dude,
purposes
that's
only.
like the experience of going out and just things happening.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh,
And
man.
bro, don't even worry about that.
No, I know that. No, it feels good. It feels good to tell somebody else, you know? It feels good to get
Dude.
it off my chest. Just feels good to talk. It feels good to share.
Why were you wearing a
Halloween.
Halloween?
Spinning records in a Halloween costume.
That's awesome. So they hire you for all these special events and
Yeah, man.
times and everything.
It's fucking-
That's awesome. That's awesome.
This one has been, I'm so sorry. Look what I'm doing there.
Oh,
so
a
sorry.
fucking lighter, bro.
I know.
It goes away in no time. Don't
And
worry
I'm over
about
here
it.
camping.
Yeah,
But-
go ahead.
Right. But yeah, the residencies, they've been a lot of fun. Good little side hustle.
A thing about Joey is that he's always really good at putting himself into situations where, like, he comes on top. In one way or another, he evades problems very well. I should rephrase that. He evades.
That may be true.
He has a way of talking himself out of anything, even though he probably was on the wrong side. Cause he's a savage.
Savage. What? Bougie. What?
This guy.
TikToks, dude. I can't believe it, dude.
Man, I remember that one time we went out, and
Yes,
what
tell me.
happened? Who
I
was
wanna
there?
know.
Dude,
Me, you, and
it's
Neil?
been so long since. Well,
Too long.
it's been too long.
Too long. I agree.
Like, I don't even know where it was.
As far as the last time that we hung out, it was me, you, and Neil. It was literally, get this, it was a year and a half ago because it was the day before I hung out with my current girlfriend, Sheena. That's the last time that I got to. Well, actually, you and I seen each other at Aleworks. We kicked it at Aleworks. We went and did something and hung out at Aleworks.
Right.
That was about a year ago.
That's right. That's where I met her, right? Briefly.
Met her there briefly, real quick. But before that, the last time that we actually kicked it was, of course, coincidentally, the day before her and I started kicking it. It was, I could tell you the date. It was July the 8th. I got pictures. They're great. Just a couple of them. It was July the 8th, 2018.
I got pictures. If you don't believe me.
2018.
I remember that now.
Me, you, and Neil, we started a UFC, but we ended up somehow at in Venice Beach at oh my God, it's right there. You get the hamburger there.
I think I remember that now.
Hinano Cafe. And I met that big blonde bitch.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember this big blonde bitch?
I think Neil told me about her more than I remember you talking to her. Wow. Because, yeah, I think I saw you kind of disappear for a while. And I was like, where's that motherfucker at? He's probably getting himself in something.
Now, this is a story that I am allowed to tell because I was single at the time.
And you were single in the last story. And
That's right.
don't worry about that.
That's
because there's no there's no real evidence that any of that took place because
all for entertainment
that's
purposes.
entertainment purposes.
But this was really good. So we had hung out all night. This blonde woman and I crossed paths just like this, and I felt something strange, which is funny because I normally don't often feel that. Like, I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh yeah, she wants me. Like, if it happens, I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
I remember
like, that's
this
strange.
now.
Yeah, maybe cross paths or whatever, and then like eventually we were next to each other at the end. She's like, when are you gonna save me?
Yeah.
She was with some other guy, and I'm looking at her like, what are you doing over there? And she's like, when are you gonna save me?
Whoa.
I'm like, well, fucking come on over here then, you know? And then she did. Long story short, we found out we lived across the fucking marina from each other. So the next day, her roommate happens to be out of town, and I went over there.
Connect.
Unreal. She had, I shit you not, I swear to God, no crosses counts. My life. When I walked in the door, dude, it's dim lit. She's got Prince playing, incense burning.
She's ready.
Homemade
She's been
candles.
seasoned.
100%. She's got gifts like here is a candle, means prosperity and sex or something stupid like that. Yeah. And I'm and here's a pack of incense too. This is my favorite, scent or whatever. And meanwhile, she's got this environment and aroma going on, and I'm like, holy shit. And she's like clearly like moisturized, you know, like, and she looks great or whatever, and she proceeds to like she does me with like sage, and then like, you know, does her fake bullshit on me, and then proceeds to give me a massage. Then of course, like, I flipped the massage and it was curtains from there.
Damn,
This bitch is a
look
hoodlum.
at this guy.
Hoodlum, chrome off a trailer hitch.
Getting the fucking best.
Could suck the chrome off a trailer hitch, no questions asked. I mean, just a fucking savage of a horrible woman, if I could ever say so myself. And I mean that because she was talking to me about other partners that she had and all kinds of stuff. She was very, very outspoken, very, very sexual. On her knees on tile floor, sucking my dick in the kitchen. I'm thinking, you're a crazy bitch.
Damn.
Running them out over the marina, like literally looking at boats, like smashing on like her roommate's couch.
Yes.
Doggy style. Anyways, the best part of the story is when we finished after the first time, she turns and looks at me and she goes, "How old do you think that I am?"
Oh my God. Really? She said that?
And I'm like, yeah, she did. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm trying to throw her a bone. You know what I'm saying? She looks good. But I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe like, I think that she's probably 42 or whatever, but I'm trying to throw her a bone. So I'm like 30, 36 or whatever. You know, she was like, I was born in 1968. And I'm like, 78, 88, 98, 2008. Oh my God. It's 2018.
She's 58.
She was 50. Matter of fact, she might have said 69. She might have said 69 because she was 48, turning 49. Yep, she said 1969. So if I said 1968, it was 1969. She was turning 49. Yeah, so she was damn near 50 years old, and I had no idea.
Oh, 49. 49.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that's the last time I saw her.
It's a grandma.
She very well could be. I'm pretty sure that she had a kid who had a kid. There's no questions
right.
asked.
She's a grandma. You fucked the
She's
grandma, bro. That's what's up, bro.
I guess.
You got it in there.
Weird.
You got a better one. The best one, probably. Like,
where's that?
I don't know.
There's one MILF at the hotel was great, but we didn't get to sleep with each other because she had her daughter with her. But I don't.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I remember
Unreal.
you putting some game on.
Get to make out with her in the hallway and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We touched upon each other and shit. It was super hot. She left her kid in the room with the door cracked.
Yeah.
And then we got to make out and feel on each other in the hallway, and then in the stairwell. Then we went to lunch the next day on Abbott Kinney.
Fuck, dude.
So
hard.
What's your favorite restaurant ever? Like, or in LA? Pardon me, in LA.
Damn, dude, that's a hard one.
It is. I got a couple, but like something you think of off the top, you're like, oh, this is my shit. I gotta fucking go.
For a sunset, bro. Lately, a sunset. It's
on Sunset.
For a sunset, like
sunset.
If
food?
I'm going for dinner, it's gonna be sunset.
Yeah.
I want to go to Hermosa Beach, bro. I fuck with Hermosa Beach still,
no,
dude.
No, but for food, favorite restaurant. I love Hermosa too.
Hennessy.
Oh, that place on the end, the corner.
Yeah,
that's your
place
spot.
at the end. I fuck with that. You know what? Go for breakfast though.
Where?
The Kettle. You ever been to the Kettle?
This is what I've heard. I heard it's 24 hours too.
24 fucking hours, dude. So you get there early, got some free coffee if you have to wait, and some donuts.
Free donuts?
Free fucking donuts, dude.
At the Kettle.
At the Kettle, bro.
In Manhattan Beach,
they have
there
different things too. They have cookies and other things, which is awesome. Yes. While you're waiting,
I'm a sucker for sweets. Do you believe that sugar is the most powerful drug?
Yes.
The most powerful
cocaine,
legal
bro.
drug. 100%. Dude, sugar is the most addictive.
It looks just like cocaine too.
I can't believe how addicted to sugar that I really truly am at the end of the day. When I don't have it, I'm more angry. My body yearns for it. It's bad.
Yes.
And I mean, like, unfortunately, processed sugar. Like, I've been raised on fucking processed sugar. It's been in my breads. It's in my macaroni and cheeses. It's in my sodas. I mean, you name it. Like, processed sugar's fucking there. Croissants. Like whatever the fuck you're having, it's there. And I've always lived with it and always had it. And if I go a day or two without it, I'm like, I can tell that I'm like craving and or missing a drug. That's the feeling that it provides. It's very bad.
Wow, dude.
Processed sugar hurts.
That's
it's harmful.
crazy because I feel very much the same, dude. Like, I always get, like, whenever I go to Trader Joe's, they always have these chocolate almonds. This little bag, this big. I feel like every time I get at
Dark
least
chocolate?
a small little bag, that's my fix, though. You know, otherwise I'll fucking get a Snickers or an M&M's, peanuts in. Dude, fuck. You know, I'm a sucker for chocolate. I don't know. I don't fuck with ice cream. I don't fuck with a lot of other shit, but I do fuck with sugar. It's all sugar, really.
Oh yeah,
You know?
exactly. And like I'm trying to have this conversation with my partner all the time, and like because I try to tell her that it's disguised in different ways. You know, like she loves those little fucking Hawaiian rolls from King's Hawaiian. The little Hawaiian fucking, you know what I'm talking about? The little fucking rolls.
I think so.
You could do a whole thing, flip it over, and do a sandwich. Just put it in the oven, like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh man, I'll cook some shit for you for sure.
All right. Yeah.
But anyways, like she'll just have a roll, and I'm like, that's just processed sugar. Or she'll have like a bowl of like, Cocoa Krispies. I'm like, that's nothing but sugar and milk. Like there's nothing more than that. It's rice, sugar, and milk. That's it. It's very, very, very bad, and it's in everything that we have. And if you want to have anything that doesn't have it in it, it costs. It's extremely pricey, and that's the unfortunate part of the society that we live in. Yeah, but if you leave the country, bringing it back one more time, if you leave the fucking country, a lot of times there's no processed food, no processed sugar. They're on your side. Like I feel that the products that I've received in the only time that I've been overseas was one time for Germany in 7 days. But I feel that the food that I had there was much more made of natural ingredient than anything that I have over here is.
Really?
But with that being said, I always, because of the way that I was raised here, I always crave processed stuff. I love McDonald's. I love Pizza Hut. I love fucking milkshakes. You know what I'm saying? Ben & Jerry's. I mean, you name it, bro. I'll fuck it up. Panda Express.
Oh, yeah.
Anything, any of that bullshit, Taco Bell.
Dude, Grant wanted to get some Panda Express today, dude.
Panda. Love it. Love it so much.
And they made it that way. Have you seen any documentaries about that shit, dude?
I haven't yet, and only because I guess I'm not ready for it to sway me entirely, in which it might. But I mean, I'm strong enough to also make my own decisions. But at the same time, I don't want to watch it because it may generate or form an opinion for me, and I guess that may be the issue or something. But nevertheless, I am very interested in things of that nature, receiving the information, I guess, in some way. So to answer your question, no, I haven't seen them, but I do know that yes, items are formulated intentionally to make you crave more, want more, keep eating, all the way down to the colors.
Yes.
And the GMO or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
All that shit. Dude, like, I mean, it's bad.
But like, it's not even all that technical stuff. It's just how they're treated. Like the actual animal.
Oh, that's really bad. Yeah.
You know, like if you put all that other stuff, like, oh, they're trying to make it last longer and all this stuff. The very first part of like the actual taking of the meat is the fucking. I mean, they go even further back though. You know, they show you what actual chicken type is the best chicken to produce because it produces the most amount of meat with the least amount of food. And it's all fucking narrowed down. And then at the end, these chickens can't even fucking walk around and shit, you know, like, because they're so fat. And then and then they get killed. Obviously, they've been bred to kill, and that's where people fucking drew the line, you know, because it's graphic.
That's what I heard. I actually used to work with a gentleman who was a butcher prior to.
And it has to be done though.
No.
I want chicken.
Exactly, like
I fucking love chicken
and bacon for me.
Oh,
I gotta have it.
Bacon,
dude. I recently became a Costco member.
Dude,
Are you familiar with
Costco. Oh,
Costco
fuck.
experience?
Yes, I do fuck with Costco. Yes.
I just bought
very
like
much.
4 pounds of
Costco
bacon.
gas is too good.
It
Goddamn.
Costco gas, exactly. Costco
Yes.
gas, Costco food court. But I just and let me be a proud member to say that the chicken, the steak, and the bacon that I have all received, and the tortilla chips. I mean everything really. The butter, the Kirkland Costco branded items.
Yeah.
Are incredible, and
Yeah.
American made products. It tastes completely different than Ralph's does.
Yes. Ralph's. Yes.
Completely. I feel like I might have been eating some shit at Ralph's that may have harmed me in the past. Like I've ate a steak there and got a headache
Really?
after. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some places that, they got Corona.
That's
For sure.
I feel like I got the antibodies.
Dude, have you fucked with Whole Foods, though?
Love Whole Foods. That's where I got that roast from that I threw in the crock pot. But yeah.
Yes.
Love Whole Foods. Get turkey burgers there.
Dude, anytime I fuck with Whole Foods steaks, I've never gone wrong, even when I fuck up. Like, for some reason, the tenderness or whatever the fucking super crazy price is.
Bro, we got to do steaks.
For reals, dude. I've been fucking with those, and it changed everything, man.
I could cook a steak still today if you wanted to. I don't know how.
Oh, dude, have you fuck with the Serrano? Do you like spicy shit?
Love spice.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think they're called Serrano peppers with the steak. Serrano peppers. Let me show you this shit.
Run it up.
Dude, that shit is fucking hot, bro. With the steak and shit, dude, like, I mean, you can't go wrong, man. Like, it's fucking awesome, man. But, I've been cooking some other shit like cod, salmon, chicken and shit, and I've been cooking it the same way, But it's just different levels. Oh, here we go. Fucking big old piece of steak, bro.
This is a photo that you have of one that you cook.
wait
Oh, I
a
can't wait to see.
It's just a small little piece. Just oh shit,
What-
my bad.
With the Serrano pepper.
Yeah, like could you that? Yeah.
Got you. And you weighed it out.
Yeah. Trying to see how many proteins it has.
Wow.
Grams of protein. Sorry.
Oh.
But
I wonder what that is.
I mean, we've been doing so good this whole time, and now this weird static noise is happening. But
Yeah, it's been smooth. It's been.
Bro.
I feel like we've covered so much good ground.
I know
Cooking steak being one of them, dude. I'm down.
we gotta cook some steak, man. Like, what are you doing today?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's time. Like it's time to eat, play.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, are you hungry right now? We can end it right here. I mean, like,
look at
it's going. It's
Oh.
oh no.
You know what it
it's
reminds me of? It reminds me of like lava
a
and
lava.
Nintendo.
Yeah, you're right. When
Back
you
in the
fall
day.
on it, and
It's
you're
like
shit.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, dude.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It's very
Yeah.
8-bit. Very 8-bit. But
Mhm.
I will say that the overall experience has been ultimate quality. I felt very comfortable. I feel like we
Dude,
covered a lot of
I
great
love
topics.
that you're trying to like make it like
I mean it,
everything
though.
was fucking great.
It
And don't worry.
was.
I love it. That's the kind of person this guy is.
I've
though.
always wanted
I
to be
love this guy.
on a podcast, and this
Dude.
is a real podcast.
Yeah, it's gone to this level. It took a lot for me, and I'm glad you came on, dude. And I wish the static didn't fucking come
Truthfully,
in.
don't even hear.
But
We're
it's,
good.
You want to keep going?
I mean, I the more we keep talking about steak, the more hungry I get.
I know. We should
But
go just get some steak
Let's do it.
and fucking call it there, bro.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on, man.
Mario, thank you so much for having me.
Give a shout out at whoever or
I know.
your Instagram if you want or not. You don't even follow any of that. Wait,
Well, this is true.
You
Not-
don't even
not-
do any of that, right?
Well, I guess I will touch on that. Like at the last thing, it's like, keep a very open mind. I'm very like receptive to all perspectives, and don't think that there's anything wrong with the Instagram platform, and do use it. But although I haven't posted on the grid in two plus years, it's been two or more years since I posted on the grid. I do post on the story from time to time. Story is a great way to share a moment because it only lasts for 24 hours, and all the comments that you receive are private. Which is my whole issue in the first place. Is like, I don't understand why the likes, comments, and followers have to be public, because I think that just leaves an effect on the idea of people sharing their content overall. But nevertheless, if anybody wanted to follow, it would be at joeygiamanco.com. Pardon me, at joeygiamanco on Instagram and Twitter, and joeygiamanco@gmail.com for email purpose. Got some great beats. Got a lot of great beats in the work.
Yes.
Gonna be fucking banging.
Dude, tell us about your beats, though.
Well, I haven't even made any in a long time, but I've been making them for a long time.
Dude, that's what I heard you've been doing lately, though, right?
Quarantine made me pick it up again. Yeah, it's been fantastic. A lot of fun. Love the process. It's really just a hobby more so than a passion. So, I'm not coming for any producers' necks or anything like that. I'm not going to be the next, fucking whatever you want to, insert hot producer name here. But nevertheless, I do enjoy the process. I just have a lot of fun making the music. It's like my rendition of a video game. So the same way somebody could sit on a video game for 4 to 6 to 8 hours, like playing Call of Duty, whatever the case may be. Like, it's very much so the same for me on beats. But I'll play some here as we get off.
Dude, play us some. Can we hear some on a sample?
I'm sure if you could plug in, I'm sure that we could.
I'll copy it and put it in.
Oh, for sure. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll throw it in the mix.
I'll hook this up and hook it up to your.
Yeah.
And you can sample a piece right now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
To end it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. We'll go off on that. I even got a little eighth cable if that's what you need.
Okay. I was thinking of ourselves listening to this.
Yeah.
And I'll plug this into your computer.
Cool.
And then we'll listen to it.
Perfect.
And then I'll copy that and enter it to the video.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah, just talking to the mic, I guess.
Let me see. Hopefully we still got some battery.
That's doing. Yeah, and it's not even going away.
Doesn't bother me that bad.
Does it?
I think
you got a good tolerance for like static, bro.
I'm sure that and that's truly I do, because this program that I use runs a lot of static all the time.
Really? Mm-hmm. I wonder what caused it.
Everybody knows this program. This program's FL Studio. FL Studio is available on Windows and Mac. Fantastic. What people call DAW, DAW, Digital Audio Workstation. A lot of fun to use. A lot of fun to play with. Just even, just fucking around, just making loops. That's how I started, just making loops. I brought these extra chords just in case. If you need like an eighth. Or no, never mind, because this one's only.
Oh, it's a double.
Oh yeah, this is smaller than an eighth. Fuck. Yeah, if you can't plug in, it's cool. That ain't no thing.
Yeah, we can listen to it.
Yeah, we'll bang, and then we'll put the link in the description. Yada yada.
No. I'll take a sample from you if I can get a. Do you have a USB or something?
I'll send it via email. I'll send you a sample.
Okay. All right. And we can listen to it that way. I really want to listen to it, because I heard your beats on the Instagram post you did a while ago, and I was like, damn. Grant was even like tuning out, and when he was playing video games, but he was like tuning into the song and shit. I was like, dude, and you have a natural way, and you're just doing that free. But you've been practicing.
I do a lot of it free, and then but I do a lot of it tapping it in too, like clicking it in. So
okay.
So you can click in too, which is what I'll play for you over here. If I play, this plays.
I should. Do you have the headphone?
Wow.
Boom, nice. Right there, bro.
Awesome. Okay, this is something I'm working on. Something light. This is cool.
Okay.
Something light. This is like the layout of the track right now. This is the hook, and then this is the verse. But there's
all right. Oh yeah, so you got layers, kind of like the same that Grant had.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. that soul in there. That's what's up, man.
You like that? I love it.
That's dope, bro. Are you gonna put lyrics over it?
I wouldn't. Personally.
You like it? Like these are just beats, right?
Yeah, I would just like
Dude.
like if Grant wanted to rap on it, like I would give it to him.
And
to rap on it.
so you're making these for like samples and stuff,
Yeah, for like someone that would want to like jam on it or something.
right?
I could play a couple more too real quick.
All right.
You don't have to include this in the tape or
No,
whatever.
no, dude. If you're willing to, that would be great. But it's up to you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, of course you can use anything. This is same shit, only different. It's like an R&B tune.
Oh shit.
Joey Giamanco.
It's supposed to be something that comes in right here, but it's not there. But that's it for that one. Like
Wow, dude, it's amazing, like your ability of making music, because like I wouldn't have never thought of making something like that, and it's just like it flows so well, you know. I have no
Strange.
rhythm, dude.
Oh, you could.
Dude, that's incredible. I'm amazed by anybody that can make really good stuff, man, and you're definitely one of them, man.
I really appreciate that, man. My first time hearing it through a different set of headphones, which is nice.
Yeah, they're really good headphones,
are.
man. Captures every little thing.
You get it does the same.
Dude. And then it loops perfectly, right?
Yeah, then it'll come back around or whatever. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's
How
funny.
long did it take you to do these?
Oh man, usually like a day a piece, probably.
A day a piece? Oh, like I can plug them back in. Oh, the static's still there,
That's
but
alright.
I mean,
Like a day a
that's
piece.
awesome, dude. A day a piece? That fucking works, dude.
I mean, honestly, probably like a little more time than that. Some people whip them up in no time.
Really?
Oh my god, some people are like mathematicians with like that
I feel
particular
like that would
program.
have taken me weeks at most, you know, like, or at least.
You know how some people are so good at like Photoshop or After Effects or Lightroom or any of those programs? It's like same thing. Like some people are just so good at this program that they can just navigate through it and produce on produce.
Right.
Tracks.
You're right.
Crazy.
You're right.
It's cool.
You're right. Because I do fuck with the Photoshop and Premiere and
Yeah.
After Effects and all that. And yeah, dude, I see some guys just like making incredible images off of regular images. You know,
my
like
God.
I even saw one YouTuber fucking put out a video about he paid $20 to get this picture developed, and it's just this lady on the side of the ocean on a beach, you know, model looking.
Yes.
And then there's some mountains behind it. I posted it on my Instagram, and he paid this other guy $200 to recreate this image better. Dude, blew my fucking mind what he did, dude. All he did was like basically focus more on the model and then these giant mountains in the background instead of these small mountains in the background where it looks like impossible but really cool in a picture. We're like, dude, that extra money of $200 to a real artist that is paid that much to, like, dude, I make good shit, you trust me, that's another level. And that's in every field, I guess.
Oh,
It's crazy.
100%, dude. Yeah, I know graphic artists that are like flipping like album arts at like $50 a pop and doing like, you know, 10 rappers who have 10 different singles at $50 a pop. Album art. I mean, you're talking like an extra what is that? That's an extra $5,000, isn't it?
Damn, bro.
Or yeah, no, right.
Oh yeah, respect, and they deserve it. Like they're doing good because they have good quality shit, you know. The ones that amaze me are the ones that are terrible, and they're fucking. How are they getting so much work? They're putting themselves out there, I guess.
Graphic artists, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did graphic arts back home in Michigan. I actually have a spa and salon that hosts my logo.
No way.
And a towing and pawn shop that
really
also has my service of logo.
Dude,
used.
you're an artist?
And then lastly, a detail, executive auto care detail company. So 3 different companies, all with brick and mortar stores and signs and trucks, offer and share my decal around town.
That's
it's so funny.
up,
When I go home,
dude.
I see like these tow trucks around town. I'm like, I made that logo. It's funny.
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious. You just license the right, and then they just put it all over.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like, if
like
you
whatever.
make it and people like it,
Dude,
they're
at
like
the
gonna pull it.
Well, at the time, I mean, like, I just like dudes like, can you make me like a logo? I'm like, yeah, fucking $100. Not even.
Yeah.
Not even. You know, like, I mean, like, it was probably like a deal at the time, like with a homie or something.
Yes.
But yeah, like, dude, like, you know, you give me XYZ, I'll do the logo for like $50, whatever. You know, like, so. Or for free. I've done plenty of them for free too. I just for the love of graphic arts.
Well, yeah, that's how you get started, and then
Exactly.
you don't know where it's gonna lead to, right? It's like
Just
the
a nice-
hand that's been dealt.
Just a nice little something to keep in the tuck.
But
You ever seen that application that's it's not OfferUp, but it's like Fiverr or something, where you can basically make an offer for goods or services to people. So like if you need something done, you can search this website for someone who is offering that service. And the services can range anywhere from like $5 to $20. They're usually like within price. But if you need a voiceover, or if you need someone to act as a doctor, or someone to, you know, do a graphic art for you, there's usually like artists available for like $25 a pop or whatever. Like for just offering their services on like this website, Fiverr, I think, something like that.
right.
But it's good for that, for both on the artist side and anybody who may need it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's a
Shit's killing me.
credible way of making extra money on the side and improving your skills of art, you know, flexing
100%.
them and actually having them produce some level of money, which is great. I mean,
That's what you want. That's what everybody wants.
That's the thing about the market, is that if you can navigate it and then like make something out of it where you're good at it and you get paid for it, I mean, like, I appreciate that 100%, and like I want that for everybody, you know. But the thing that troubles me is that a lot of this market is going towards fucking crazy weird shit. I mean, just look at Tiger King. There's a market for that. That's why that guy made so many millions.
Dude.
And it's terrible. you know?
Fill stadiums for video games now. You know, like
Exactly.
fill stadiums.
Dude, video games are in the Olympics now.
They run. Esports will run the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's gonna be the future, dude. Dude, have you seen this VR shit?
yeah.
Fucking, that's just the baby.
It is.
It's crawling. It's like, oh, we could do things. We look
Exactly.
around.
I actually
Like, once it starts sprinting, you know, like halfway sprinting.
I that's so true. I pay attention to this platform that's called it's a podcast. It's called Group Chat, which is a cool, it's a cool name.
Yeah, I know group chat.
Really? Are you familiar?
Yes.
Drama from Robin Big
Mm-hmm.
and two Indian gentlemen are
Wait.
Indian, yeah. Maybe it's two different group chats.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think anyways, what is this leading to?
This platform, whatever we were just talking about, that just took that big bong hit, so of course my short is terrible. But they were talking about what were you just saying? Shit.
What was I saying? I was saying something about
Oh, it was malls. No, it was virtual reality. There it is.
VR.
Got it. Yes. So these guys, they cover a lot of blah 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 business news and stuff. And what they were saying is like VR should be so much further advanced than what it is. Shout out to Group Chat. That's I wanted to say that for if you don't mind. But they were saying that like VR should, like, for the 10 years that it's been available, let's say 2008 to 2010 to 2020, should be so much further advanced than like what it is, because where do we see virtual reality? Like a majority where we see it is like in the mall. Like if you go to like Del Amo or whatever, like you see like they've rented like a mall, like, you know, a piece of outlet, the mall out, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I see virtual reality the most. Or you see it in like a strip mall or something like that. But like we don't see it as much as we should. Like even with Oculus, you know, like now the job that I do for my 9 to 5 actually can require an Oculus at times, because we'll bring a client into a ballroom and they'll want to see what their event looks like before the event happens. And
Really?
Yes. And the Oculus will offer that.
Right.
So that is fantastic that I do get to see like the advancements of technology in that regard. But at the end of the day, I think what I'm trying to say is I agree with what they were saying, is for the time that it's been out, it feels like it should be so much more further than what it is in strip malls and malls and just an Oculus and only doing half-ass at best. I think the best is yet to come. And, you know, I think they were just being, you know, prudes about the speed, but because it really has come a long way. Like, can't bitch about nothing. It goes back to that. I hate to reference it, but what's his name? I forget it now. He's fucking jerking it in front of everybody. The comedian who got banned, Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. Bro,
Louis
have you heard his new bit?
No, is it good?
Fucking good.
Is it really?
He's back, bro.
Yeah, really. I like his old stuff.
Oh
so I mean, whatever.
God,
you know,
he's
like,
a savage.
I don't
bro.
care
Anyways,
whatever he wanted to like do. Like if it's that fucking thing, like you shouldn't force nobody.
He fucking asked, and they said, "What?" And then he's like, "Fuck it," you know, like, and they didn't say anything afterwards. And then all of a sudden, they got a conscience.
Of course.
Hey, this guy needs to go down. There's something about like taking people that are powerful and bringing them to their level, you know.
Of course.
Anyways, what were we saying? Oculus.
Oh yeah, and
taking over,
bitching about the speed of the progression of augmented reality and virtual reality and whatnot. But that reminds me of an old Louis C.K. bit, which was just like, oh, people bitch about, you know, like flying in planes and using cell phones and stuff like that. And it's like you're flying in a metal tube that's gonna take you, at X amount of speed. How could you ever bitch about it? You're being served food in the air. Like how could you ever?
Or the Wi-Fi's gone.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's the Wi-Fi's gone.
So good.
Something he found out just when he got to the plane now is not available, and he was bitching about it. Yes.
But yeah.
Dude, he has such a unique way of looking at the fucked up parts as like it's logically not conscious, you know. Logically, you shouldn't be bitching about something, but also you would want to know that the thing that they advertise as the Wi-Fi I don't want to break his bit down to fucking its bits, but yeah. I mean, people are always gonna Oculus. I don't know about that. I don't know. I haven't done it enough. Have you done Oculus or the VR or any of them?
Just yeah, I have. I did like a roller coaster. That was cool.
Oh, the roller coaster. That was weird.
And then
That would have made me throw up.
yeah,
probably.
like went through a castle and stuff. I didn't like it for what it is right now. One of my old roommates who went broke and went home.
Right, that's right.
God bless him. He was in virtual reality. Like he worked in the malls. He like wrangled the kids in and like got them to play and stuff like that or whatever. And so we went and checked it out one day. He's like, "Come through and play." We're like, "Fuck yeah, we'll get all stoned and come play virtual reality."
Right.
So we go and check it out, and like the one that I did at the time was like in a chair, and you put on like a headset, and it jerked you around or whatever. But by the time I got off of it, like I was like sick, and I'm talking about sick. Like, and I'm not,
Really?
I'm not a hypochondriac. I never feel sick. I try to not feel sick, etc. You know, like I really always feel pretty good. My balance is fair. You know, like my equilibrium's not off much. You know, I don't trip too often. Whatever. What I'm trying to say is I wouldn't oversell it if I didn't fucking think it. I got off that bitch feeling sick, and I could only help but think like, man, I do not feel that whatever these products are being made over in Japan, China, somewhere, whatever. There's absolutely no care for what it does to our eyes or brain. Like it's not approved by anything. Like even though the FDA is bullshit. And like the food stamp, like you know what I mean, like the stamp of approval for Food Drug Administration, whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I get
like even though that's a crock of shit and it could get paid for, at least it goes through that process. Like all these products and stuff that get brought over here, they don't gotta go through no fucking process. You put this fucking plastic on your head and it shoots all these fucking 365 lights into your eyes. At X amount of speed. You don't think that you can't have a lip fucking seizure?
I mean, there's issues with watching too much TV, though, right? Like I heard that.
Not to, yeah.
I heard that not because TV is bad, like the content you watch, which some of it is most of it is really bad, but the fact that it has no depth of field. Like normal things do, like you see something from far away and you're using those muscles in your eyes to perceive that. The TV is manufacturing what is blurry, you know? So those muscles you use to see far away are now not being used by the fact that they're being simulated in this flat square above us, you know? Like
terrifying.
I guess we're going through the process of evolution. We're slowly losing things we used to use and was causing us to survive. And now, I mean, if evolution is true, I mean, and, you know, back in the day, we used to be fucking able to pick ourselves up really easily because we had all these extra muscles and shit or whatever. And now we don't have that, but we have these big brains, and that makes machines, it makes the economy, which makes cities and cultures and ways in which we can do podcasts now.
That's right.
Damn. You know, it's like weigh the benefits and the doubts, you know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Dude, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to my music.
Dude, I fucking loved it, dude.
Nice.
How do you do music? How do you sit down and think like, okay, this is the type of key I'm gonna start with, and then that's gonna replicate this many times, it's gonna be this long, or does it like evolve itself as you're going with it? How's your process of making music exactly? Because I am fascinated by that shit.
That's interesting. I picked the key by the mood, you know, but like how I feel or whatever. But what's interesting is I don't know music theory. I never practiced like any sheet music.
Right.
It's all by ear. But what's not so funny is I have been making music from like I was in a band from like, I don't know, 8th grade to like 10th grade, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grade, maybe like those 4 years probably. I played drums, which was a lot of fun, but that's where I learned like all my rhythm. But I never knew any music theory. I just played off by ear. And then I started producing just by myself on a computer and using FL Studio, and was just putting shit together. Like, didn't realize that things had to be in a certain key. Didn't know, like, if I wanted to make a song, like, to sound funky, like, G minor might be the best bet. Like, I would just put shit together and hope that it went well. And unfortunately, I did that from, like, 18 to, like, God, probably, like, 24. Like, for, like those, like, 5 or so years, the first 5 or so years that I made music, like, I didn't even realize that things needed to be in a musical theory key. So I was just putting shit together, like, hoping that it sounded good. Now I knew how to make
Wow.
I knew how to make shit sound good, but it just didn't. Something wasn't humming. Like, something wasn't in coordinates. Something wasn't
a feeling.
exactly. Something wasn't like connecting it all together. It was just too busy. So
Right.
like so from these last 5 years or so, like, I've really, like, honed in on. I've took a couple years off here and there. But, like, I'd say, like, a gathered amount of time over the past 5 years, like, I'd, like, haven't studied music theory, but just practiced, like, the easiest way to go about learning it, and, like, applied that in the music making. It's changed everything dramatically.
Yeah, man. I mean, have you ever heard of, like, how a lot of big artists started, like, their process of making music and what is music theory, I guess, like, it was established by some people and then now been taught to people. And I find that fascinating. I don't know enough of it, but I know that fucking, what are those old school violinists and pianists that used to kill,
Amazing.
like
Beethoven, Bach,
yes,
chopping all that shit.
Exactly. And they put such another level of bar that how do you come up with that? And they thought of it, it's like, hey, it just came to me. I just put fingers to keys, and then that's what they did.
Oh, I know.
And I feel like you're getting something close to that.
Beethoven, Bach level, yeah, right. No, absolutely.
I mean, like,
the
if
feeling.
that's at the very top, you're hitting the first bar or 2 or 10 or whatever, how many bars there is to getting to that. And I'm over here not ever even picked up a key or a guitar. Like,
you could.
Whoa.
Thanks to YouTube University.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, I fixed
That's all
my
we need anymore.
fucking washer and dryer the other day with YouTube, bro. Wow. I've learned more from YouTube now than I've learned the entire time I was in college, dude.
I believe that 100%.
All the stuff I learned in college is now obsolete by the fact that technology has reached another level where the market isn't even there anymore. We're like, fuck. What?
Six-ad, scary, wild world.
Right? And, like, so I get it how some people don't want to go to college, and they shouldn't, because sometimes it's a fucking trap, dude. A debt trap.
I would never go, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody at all, 100%.
Unless you know the teachers, you know exactly what you're getting, and you already have another job ready afterwards. That's the only way I encourage college. But, dude, just fucking figure it out and put yourself out there. That's the best experience ever I've experienced, is putting yourself in the actual market, And the lowest level, if you need to.
Of course. I always say
leads to way better.
Never above scrubbing a floor myself.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Exactly.
I have no problem doing that. Taking out the trash.
You have to.
That's what you gotta fucking do.
If that's the lowest you've reached and you need to climb back up, like, the best stories are the guy that loses everything and then gains it back.
Resilience, yes.
Yeah, like, that's the plot of every story. In the middle, something tragic happens, and somehow he's gonna be the hero to make it back.
You gotta hulk up.
And you gotta, like, have that kind of thought and perception and idea about yourself in a way,
100%.
And that's what makes you so resilient, makes me resilient. And
we're making it here.
Yeah. I mean, look at your roommates. I mean,
all gone. That's so true.
That
I
was
think
like
about that all the
3
time.
of them? How many of them?
One of them went back to Texas. One of them went back to Modesto. Both of them just kind of really didn't do much. They didn't work full time. So, like, they had a hard time, and they didn't have any other source of income.
Really?
Not really any, like, things that were keeping them going. basically, you know, like, but, and they had been there maybe around between 3 and 5, I think, 3 and 5 years, something like that, in Los Angeles area. One of them is a California native, though. So, again, one back to Texas, one to Modesto, California, just north of here, somewhere between San Francisco. And then the last one, Evan, God bless him, the one who brought me out here, the one I was closest with 10 years as a friend, was unfortunately diagnosed with bipolar disorder at UCLA. And once he told once his parents told him about that, he said, or they said, you're coming home. Like, you can't fucking hang out no more. So he went home, and he hadn't been the same since.
Dude, you were telling me this story at the beginning of the podcast, and I was not prepared for something like that because
heavy.
I met that guy multiple times.
And he's amazing.
When he was doing push-ups, he was going to be a wrestler, right?
Extremely powerful brain. He actually wrestled at the Staples Center.
And he did those magic tricks.
He was a top performing magician on YouTube.
He was
for
a
long period of
magician.
time.
He did some cool magic tricks.
Million subscribers on YouTube.
On me. Yes.
Traveled the country to wrestle. He's wrestled with the best people he possibly could.
That is an incredibly tragic story, dude.
It is. It's very unfortunate because, again, a close friend of mine, I watched this kid grow from the age of probably 18 to about 28, and he was just a remarkable character and the ability to sponge and become anything that he wanted to. He wanted to be a video editor. He did it. Motion graphic artist. He did it. Magician. He did it. Million subscribers on YouTube. He did it. Wrestle for the WWE. He did it on Monday Night Raw, on national television in the Staples Center against Braun Strowman, who is now the world champion at this time that we're talking, which is just crazy. So if he's watching it, he's like, holy shit, I wrestled against that guy.
Wow.
But, yeah, even when he went down to try out for WWE, when he finished, they put him on the website. And him and I had a moment together where obviously we had been friends for 10 years. I watched him go from backyard wrestling, then it's like, you know, trailer style wrestling or whatever, like in like, you know, like small settings or whatever, small rooms, gatherings, then like, you know, like VFW halls, and then larger like ballroom halls, and then eventually, yeah, the rooms kept growing, you know. He was training under Brian Kendrick, who was also a WWE superstar at this time. But I mean, he had it all lined up. You name it. We had a beautiful high-rise apartment in Marina Del Rey, California. He had a gorgeous girlfriend. Excuse me.
Yes.
And yeah, his ability to put his mind to anything really did get him everywhere that he wanted to. But I think that after he found out he was diagnosed bipolar, that he really put his mind to that. And now that's like the best thing that he does. Like, he's always done whatever he can to the best of his ability, whatever he thought possible to the best of his ability. I think that once he was diagnosed, he's like, okay, that's it. I'm bipolar. So from now on, I'm going to be the best bipolar person I possibly can. And I don't mean like I'm going to try to fight it. I mean like I'm going to embrace it, and I'm now crazy. Like, I'm crazy now.
Right.
Like,
what does that mean? Like,
manic.
I know the basis. Do you know the scientific definition of bipolar? Like,
no, I guess there's 1 and 2, and he's 1, and it's the worst case. I think everybody's
the worst case.
Now, truthfully, I think everybody's got a lot of it in them, or not a lot of it in them, a little bit of it in them, because here's the thing. We all wake up in different moods each day. We're like, how am I going to approach this day? I have a choice. You have a choice to wake up and be in a good mood if you want to. Some people have a harder time controlling it than others. I understand that. You could have factors in your life that are going to make it either better or worse for you. I understand that. There are different pressures, different feelings, different emotions, different factors. No problem. But you still, at the end of the day, have that choice to be like, how am I going to try to handle this day? Again, if you have some kind of chemical imbalance that doesn't allow you to make that decision, it might make things a little more difficult. I don't know how that feels, but I would like to think that we are all at least given somewhat of a choice to feel good. But point being is, regardless of the choice that you make, you still wake up feeling different every day. You're like, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? When you're polar, I think it's just probably like that tenfold, and you almost probably can't control it. I don't know. But we all feel a little back and forth from time to time, you know? We're never, like you said, nobody's ever 100% secure or sure of themselves. And if they are, they're crazy.
Diagnose that?
I really don't know. But I will tell you this. Him and I were roommates for 3 years, great buddies, and friends for 10. We worked together for 4 years, which is almost like roommates, together every day, 8 hours, just like you and I, you know, every day, 8 hours, except we sat next to each other. So we were next to each other like that for 4 years, traveled the country together. We went to Toronto twice, went to New Mexico, stayed in Don Cerrone's house for a week. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Really?
But yeah. Him and Leonard Garcia, Donald Cerrone,
way.
Leonard Garcia, stayed at
That's
Cerrone.
fucking cool.
I've been
dude.
to Cerrone. I've shot skeet with Cerrone.
What?
Swear to God.
how did that happen? God damn, you're I don't know. It's fucking
it's
stories
crazy.
that you
It's
bring
crazy.
up halfway through a story. It's like, God damn, I gotta hear this story now. But man,
he was there
so
with
what
me.
happened? He went back and now he's living with his folks, or
Yeah, I
like,
think he's got his
do-
own place, but
does he have like a?
Things that are
It's
heavy
anybody
surveillance.
is supporting him? Is this their?
I think he's got a new girlfriend. I think he's just trying to like make do with what he's got. I think he's got a regular job and stuff. I tried reaching out to him. He won't talk to me.
No.
But we had a falling out before I left because I told him, I'm like, your girl's not good for you. You're in bad shape. He was also talking like he was just talking reckless. I was like, I'm gonna let you slide and be about your way. Like, I understand you have an illness.
Right.
He just kind of was like off the deep end, bro. That's why I ended up getting the apartment by myself. Also, like, I broke my lease early, like, because get this, we were always great friends, 10 years.
Right.
But then I started walking in. I come home from work, and he'd stop me in the kitchen, and he'd be in like this panic state, and I'd be like, "What's going?
Shit.
What's going on? What's up, man?" And I'd end up talking to him in the kitchen for like an hour, and he'd be like breaking down and crying on me, and like Sheena would be like pulling up my phone. Like, you got off work an hour ago, like, what's up? And then I get to my room, and I'd be like, holy shit, like, Evan just kind of like fell apart on me in the kitchen. I don't really know what's going on. This is before he was diagnosed. Before I went to UCLA. So then I walk in again, and I'd be like, and the same thing would happen. Like, I come home from work, it'd be 5 o'clock. By the time I get to my fucking room, it's 6 o'clock. I go, this kid just kept me out in the kitchen till 6 o'clock talking about he was just whatever he was going through. It's like, not for the purpose of entertainment, but really like brain like got a high functioning but very like weird way. But yeah, so anyways, like, and then he was diagnosed, but his girl was in his head. She was feeding him Xans. He was sober 0 to 27 and had only started recreationally using drugs in the past year. And I think that's what went and made him fucking twist, because
oh no, got into.
Well, to be a professional wrestler, he got on steroids, and then after he started using steroids, he started like using a little ecstasy, and then ecstasy to.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think he took acid, and that was the worst part. It's like one morning I woke up and like it's like a Saturday morning.
Just wrestling alone,
Yeah.
dude.
Wear and
You're
tear.
fucking
Chair to the head.
yes.
All that.
You're jumping off onto like wood.
He'd been doing it for a long time too.
Years. I hear those guys drop like in years. Like, they don't last that long. Like, they don't make a career that's. Dude, have you ever heard of Jake the Snake?
Of course, Jake the Snake Roberts. Yeah.
Fucking the documentary. Did you watch that?
I haven't. I'd have to check it out. I know he's been through a hell of a life. I know he was a boozer.
Oh my god, dude, that shit like
Drugger.
broke my heart. Like,
Yeah.
because I remember seeing, clips of him and shit with the snake being in the fucking ring, and you're like, what the fuck? Was this a fucking snake? Holy shit! Like, does it bite him?
He was a legend. Shout out to Jake the Snake
And then
for sure.
seeing him again, and then he's just like falling apart.
Same with Scott Hall.
A pale representation of who he used to be, It's like, oh my god, how does that happen? How does that fucking happen, man?
Wrestling does wear and tear because you live a lot of your life on the road too. Like you're a wrestler on the road.
So going back to your friend,
Yeah.
you kind of saw this and you didn't know what it was. You just saw it as like, hey, I need to get away from this guy. This is not gonna be good.
Well, it's like, I mean, I seen the whole thing because I had lived with them. He was on top of the world. He had 1 million subscribers on YouTube. He was professional wrestling with Brian Kendrick of the WWE. He was getting laid. He was having, or he had a good girlfriend, I think, at the time, and he had actually made even $250,000 on Facebook, Google ad links. Like,
Hells yeah.
unbelievable. Like, truly amazing story.
Wow.
Even got all that money tied up in Bitcoin and lost a lot of it. Like, his story is insane.
Oh my god.
I know.
Dude, you give me
I know.
these highs
And
and then you shoot me down and then bring me back up. And it's just, what the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
it was crazy to watch. But that's what happened to him. He, went on a wrestling tour. He started using steroids somewhere in Philadelphia. A girl got him to try ecstasy. After he tried ecstasy, it opened the door for other drugs, and he was off to the races. I think it just
fucking kidding me, bro.
I think it crossed his wires wrong. He never used drugs before, and he got in bad shape. When he got in a relationship here in Michigan, she started diagnosing him bad, and he just crossed his wires.
Now I'm fucking like, is his illness really real or not?
Probably
like
even not. Exactly. Like, that's at the end of the day, he probably was just like needed to chill. Like, one morning I walked out to this is like you know, before I'd moved out, but knew that I needed to do something. Like, I walk out into the living room, and this is like Saturday morning at like 10 a.m. Okay, it's like Saturday morning at 10 a.m. This guy's like standing in the living room, and he's like, just like clenched. He's like, I'm like, what's going on, bro? What's going on? He's like, oh, I just took some Molly. I'm just gonna see what happens. Just gonna see what happens for the day. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's not how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You know, like, be careful, man. And like, he just didn't know how to do it, I don't think. And I think he mixed wrong, like, you know, like, and just crossed his wires up, dude. Like, I never partied with him because I knew that, like, because him and his girl were in their own world. He was completely isolated. I had basically no contact with him outside of when we would see each other in passing. Other than that, he would spend all of his time with his female counterpart, you know, so I didn't see him. But I do remember, you know, like, him telling me, like, about, like, his experimentation, and me thinking, might want to be careful, you know. I know. I sent him. I talked to his mom, and then I had also called him a voicemail. I mean, like I said, I was friends with the kids for 10 years. I called him. I was like, "Hey, brother, hope you're doing okay. You know, sorry about what happened. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. You know, I'm here for you. XYZ." I mean,
it's hard to fucking make a connection with someone like that now.
Especially
like, now that I have the full story, I think.
After they got their mind made up. Well, no. I mean, the full story is, you know, like, I mean, we were living together, and, like, I mean, he was isolating himself with his girlfriend, but I would hear him, like, talking, like, oh, like, that's nice that Joey decided to buy some paper towels. Like, and I would hear him say that. Oh. But I always bought paper towels, which is what I didn't understand. So I'm like, why are you saying that kind of shit? Like, I'm always contributing. Like, I wash the dishes. I put them in the dishwasher. Yeah. I buy the paper towels. I put the toilet paper on the side that you'd like it. Yeah. You know, we've been roomies for 3 years. We've never had a scuff. Never. But, like, then there's this girl, and all of a sudden there's this issue.
Damn,
you know?
that's
And I was like, yeah. So I told him, I was like, listen, they got these dogs, like, without my consent. They were like, how do you feel about dogs? I'm like, not really. Then there's, like, 2 of them. I'm like, okay. That's basically a fuck you to me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Grant did that to me.
Is that's killer, right? Yeah, I hate that
For
shit.
real.
You know,
I fucking love that dog, though.
Of course. And I'm like, okay, I will try to embrace these animals because I'm a kind person. I understand I don't want to be that spirit that doesn't like the animals. I get it. I just didn't want it in my house. I didn't want it in my room, but it kept shitting in my room. So by the 5th time that it shit in my room, and I heard this motherfucker talking shit, I just brought the shit out, and I was like, listen, I'm sick of this dog shitting on me. I'm sick of you shitting on me. And if I hear you do it again, it's your motherfucking chin. That's what I told him.
Yeah. Damn. Laying it down. Fucking with an iron fist.
That's
what did he
basically
say?
He was scared to death, you know. He was like scared.
Really?
His girl came out like, what about his mental health? Fuck you, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, you don't pay for shit around here. Evan, you better check this bitch, please.
Dang.
You better check it. I'm like, listen, I'm telling you both something. I got an apartment. I'm out of here in 2 weeks. Do not talk to me in the process that I move my shit. If you need anything, let me know. I'll give you the rent when you need it. I'll be cordial with you. I'll be professional. But other than that, leave me alone. And they did. They locked themselves in their room. They let me move everything out. I never seen him again. I never talked to him again. I loved the kid to death. It was just a tiff because of his girlfriend. I texted him. I called him. I said, hey, listen, I love you, brother. 10 years. What's up? Blah, 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 blah. Nothing.
Wow. Now that's the full story.
Try to be a bigger person, you know?
Dude, you're like the Tiger King of the roommates.
Well, I love the guys that are gone too. I mean, Colt was great. He just moved to Modesto. He did fine. That's the kid that was in VR. He was great. The one that lived in the closet. If you remember him.
Yeah, I do remember.
Unreal.
That closet was giant.
I mean, it was big enough to live in, but
and a baby fucking bed. You know,
oh my god, yeah,
nothing.
Exactly, nothing.
There.
Just a fucking hair of a bed.
Like you're in prison in like
then the other
Colombia
guy
or something.
Moved back to Texas, but he had a sweet deal. Like he basically went broke in California. Him and his girl separated, and then his parents were like, "If you come home, we'll give you a job in a house." Okay. So it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
thing about that. Parents always want to keep the kids around, man. My mom's asked me several. Well, she's actually stopped. But dude, what the fuck am I gonna do back there, bro?
I
I'd
couldn't
much
go
rather
back.
not do nothing here than to go and do nothing somewhere
Yeah.
else in the middle of nowhere. Like fucking what the fuck?
I go home and I see what home has to offer, and I'm like, yeah, I could never live here
Nothing.
again. And it's nice to come home and see everybody, but it's nice also to know that nothing has changed and it's still the same. And y'all are silly for staying. God bless my parents. I'll be there if my mother's sick, but I can't fucking stay there because there's no opportunity. There's nothing going there. It's very
Nothing,
narrow-minded,
dude.
very gross
Always been
behavior.
the same, so why change it?
Very bad.
You
Very
know?
bad small town mindset. Last thing I
Yes.
would like to say for this is I know it sounds stupid coming from somebody white, but I don't know what it matters to put it out there, who's going to see it. But that runwithmaud.com website, did you hear about this? I didn't watch the video, but apparently there, and this is worth mentioning, like on a any scale or platform that anybody has to offer, was there was unfortunately a 25-year-old African American man who was killed in Georgia by a former police officer and his son.
For not wearing a mask.
2 days ago. No, not wearing a mask. They said that they had saw him peek into a house, but he was apparently on a jog. But nevertheless, they tried to indict the officer twice, but they had to throw the case out twice because he was affiliated through being involved in the justice system for 30 years or whatever. So it's going to federal court or whatever. But runwithmaud.com, MAUD, is worth checking out because
Really?
this is like 2 days old. I'm surprised you haven't seen it in the news. It's like the craziest thing. Like, people are like very, very upset about it. This is like one of the more recent like racial crimes that have happened in the country. But basically, a white supremacist father-son combo killed a 25-year-old black guy, and they're getting away with it. And this website allows people to try and aid to the fucking justice of this kid. And there's like a 975,000 signed for the federal petition, but they're like shooting for 1.2 million. So worth mentioning in that regard, I guess.
Yes.
I signed and called today.
That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
I couldn't get through to anybody.
Yeah, I'll put it on the link for sure. Check it out, guys.
Run with Maud.
But how did you hear about this?
Just flicking through the feeds. It's in my Instagram news, like, and it's
really?
like, it was like sensitive content, so you push that, and I go to look at it, and I'm like, okay, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
warning,
the
what you're
link.
about to see is somebody getting killed or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna watch that.
Mm-hmm.
But because I just didn't want to, I didn't want the trauma in my brain. But what I did was go to an article that gave a description of the video.
Oh, so you read
So I didn't
that.
have to see it. Yeah, so I read the
Shit, dude,
video
you
of what
didn't
happened.
See it?
I mean, you're more than welcome to watch. It's like a Faces of Death thing, if you remember that type of stuff. Like,
Dude.
basically, I guess two white dudes roll up on a black dude who's jogging, and they fucking shoot him. They say he got lynched. I don't know if that means hung or
Have you
not.
seen those? They put fucking cameras on guns now. You ever seen the first
No.
like gun
Camera
shootout?
Oh my god, no.
Dude. They're on YouTube because it has to be part of the public
And they're shooting people?
library. Yeah, they're shooting people,
Are they dying?
But those people are shooting at them too. Most of them. I mean,
What the
like
fuck?
they had a gun, but they didn't shot at them. But they had to. I don't know, but dude, that shit is like crazy. It's like, how do you hold the law when there's people that are willing to freaking kill, though? Like, it's fucking, I don't know what side to be on, because I don't want tracking, but I don't want fucking cops dying either, and I don't want people dying if they don't have cams, like all that shit, like, especially people that are fucking think they have an authority in a neighborhood. Like, hey, you ran around my street, I'm gonna
my
fucking take you out.
That's funny. That's a conversation that I had recently heard someone having was, if you are that person in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
what it does at the end of the day is This is a very certain way of thinking, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. I don't think that I could do it. I could tell somebody to slow down if they were going too fast in the neighborhood, but they were saying, like, basically, if you're like that neighborhood watch person, it could technically increase the value of your home, which is why people choose to do it. Because, like,
What?
if you protect the neighborhood, if you, allow less crime to partake, if you keep the value of the surrounding area up, like, if
Right.
if
Neighborhood watch.
exactly, if the area is maintained, like if the grass is kept, like if you're just that stickler of a motherfucker, like if you enhance the experience of the environment, it technically enhances the value of the home at the end of the day, which is why some people probably do it, because they want to live in their Pleasantville and they want to get the return. They're like, hey motherfucker, I spent $275,000 to live at the end of this cul-de-sac, so you know what, I'm gonna tell you how it fucking goes down here. Don't speed, motherfucker. Whatever, some shit like that. So
Right. That's why those gated communities are so popular.
oh yeah.
But the problem with that, it creates these groups, these fucking
segregated
cults
fucking bullshit.
that think they're better than everybody that's not in a close community.
It's gross.
It's like,
It's gross.
fuck. Shit. And what do you think about these Ring cameras, like everywhere?
Oh
dude?
yeah. I'm a fan because I actually
Oh yeah.
follow this Instagram account that's called Santa Monica Problems. When I worked at Santa Monica as a beer driver or salesman rather, but you keep beer in your truck. That's why you're fucking driving it around.
And you sample them because they want to drink too.
Man, I give so many homeless people fucking drinks. But Santa Monica Problems, like they would show all these like basically videos from Ring of people stealing packages, stealing bicycles, being on your porch tweaking out at fucking 3 a.m. when you're sleeping, you don't know it. You're like, what the fuck? So I think it's awesome, and it also helps for Amazon. Some guy just got busted kicking somebody's package the other day or something like that. Like,
I've seen those. Yeah,
it's funny. It's like, I mean, that's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Invasion of
Yeah.
privacy, technically, but also at the same time, if people are going to be fucks, especially on your property, then you deserve the right to know, especially if they're handling your shit. I mean, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Or if we live in a neighborhood, such as, like, you'd be like, I want to know what the fuck's going on around us, but you also kind of don't.
Yeah.
So I had to unfollow Santa Monica Problems because I was like, man, I do not want to know that there's this much crazy fucking bullshit going on right under.
Right. Yeah.
Underneath.
And the likelihood of getting into it, dude. Speaking of shit that happens around here, fucking,
I
that's
love the
just
hood.
around here.
I love the block.
Like, I imagine around the world.
Oh, I know.
I've been checking out these fucking YouTube videos on weather phenomena, and fuck, dude, there's some weird shit happening all around the world where there's animals that we've never seen before. There's creepy fucking things in the fucking woods that come and go, lights in the skies, and and the weather is just weird, like these like twisters that like curve from the ground to the sky and shit, like weird, and they got close to it. It's some odd shit. Like, are you ever witnessed something like weird happening?
Thought I've maybe seen a couple things in the sky, but did you see that the Pentagon released those videos? That's just remarkable.
Some UFO videos legit from the Pentagon.
So that had officially confirmed, like, I guess what would be suspicion. I had always had an interest in UFO. Like unsolved mysteries and stuff is so cool, but I was always unsure. I'm like, oh God, am I just a skeptic? Am I just into conspiracy or whatever? But then I was like, no. Or that was great to confirm. Or I guess that was a great confirmation to say, like, no, there's something going on out there. It's so funny if you've ever watched that video. Like, one of them, I guess I only seen one, was like this guy, and he's like, dude, what the fuck is that? He's like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, dude, that's something. Like, it's not something.
Yeah, dude. And that's just the shit they were able to catch over a few years, and they're willing to release. What the fuck did they catch back in the day?
Exactly. That's what's terrifying.
That's the shit that everybody saw, but no one can verify.
We'll never
besides
know.
them.
We'll never know.
Never know, man. And hey, do you think we should never know?
No, I think that we all, deserve a right to know. I think obviously America will probably go crazy, but which is probably why they keep us in the dark. It's like keep them in the dark, feed them shit. Sort of like,
Right.
you know.
If I figured out that there's these tiny little people, big fucking heads, maybe big eyes too.
It would almost
come in the night or come through shit and you have no control over it. That's fucking creepy, dude. I'm gonna be looking out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be looking out. It's like, what the fuck? Where are they?
It would make me, one, buy a gun.
Ah!
Two, I guess I'd be okay with it because you just think you treat it as like an insect, or it would be nice to know that there is an alternate life form out there, or perhaps they were from a different dimension where your loved ones who have passed may have gone, or could be, or like not saying that they're affiliated in any way, but like just to know that they're obviously different galaxies. We're in the Milky Way galaxy, right? 8 planets, whatever the fuck they are, Mars, Jupiter, blah blah blah, Saturn, shit. Milky Way galaxy, Earth, Moon, shit like that. But that's one of like 1 trillion infinite amount of other galaxies. So if an alien comes from a different galaxy, hopefully it's like, okay, that's good confirmation to know that like there's different galaxies, and people or things can travel to different galaxies. So who's to say that a spirit cannot be in an alternate universe and or galaxy after it passes? Because once we're away from this Earth skeleton that we live, this Earth shield skin thing that our spirit thrives in, but once we lay that to rest, where does the spirit go? Hopefully somewhere into the galaxy. But if we have the choice, maybe it's in a multi-dimensional different galaxy that's affiliated with aliens.
Right? It's fucking crazy, dude. It sounds crazy, but
That's my theory right there, dude. So
Dude.
like for your dead, like any dead relatives, like for example, my father passed 3 years ago or whatever, just last month. God rest his soul. 2 months ago, 3 years ago. But I actually got to put his ashes to where he wanted to. He's like cremate me and spread me in the Red Rocks, Rocky Mountains of Colorado, which I got to do, which is great. That was a fantastic feeling. I just wanted to
that's
do that.
awesome.
Just before this shit happened. Yeah, it was the last travel I got to take, but it was great to do that. But to the point, if my pops has passed, I hope that when they laid his body to rest or roasted him in a fire or whatever, that his spirit went to the a galactic,
of course. I mean,
a galactic form, and could also communicate with fucking aliens.
oh, that's awesome.
That's the point. That is
the point. I love it. I fucking love it, man.
Let's see.
Dude, let's get some fucking food. All right, guys. Well, to stay tuned, the Joey, and we'll bring to you guys another episode soon, or podcast. Sweet.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate the energy.
For sure.
Always a pleasure.
For sure, man. Fuck, I gotta do my too.
Dude, thank you. I love you.